I had noise canceling off, and I just remembered how I back on. Whoa. I pretty much just woke up for the past 2 weeks because I've been like house sitting, and these dogs wake up at like 5. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been waking up at like 5 and then going back to sleep and waking up again until like, I don't know, whenever. And it'll be that way for the next 2 weeks.
Oh dear.
I'm losing my mind, but I make money,
Yay.
so...
Money. Okay, let me make sure I have everything working here. Turn off the limiter. Then I'm going to have to adjust the volume of Devil May Cry 5. 50% or so. So that it's not too loud comparatively. And we will deal with that as we go.
Yep.
Anyway, how are you, Hallie? Aside from incredibly obviously tired.
Yeah, sleep deprived. I'm doing fine.
Doing fine?
Yep.
Yeah. I had to work till midnight last night, so I feel you. Literally, I get a text at like 9 in the morning from my boss, like, hey, we have extra hours if you want them. And I'm like, ha ha, ha, no. Someone else can have those hours. I'm going to appreciate my day off.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. It is also my dad's 75th birthday. Dear God, he's so old. So, yay. I have already given him his card, so he's going out for dinner with his book club, which is crazy that my dad has a book club. Is that old man activities, book clubs?
I mean, I would associate it more with, like...
old women?
Middle-aged women,
yeah.
But I don't think it's that weird.
My mom had a book... I know my mom did book clubs a lot growing up. She would go to libraries, and I would have to be there sometimes and just sit in the kids section of the library while they talk about whatever the hell they talk about. I don't really understand book clubs. Like, what do they read? Why do they read? Why read? I don't like reading anymore.
I used to read so
I should probably
much.
screen share with you. Oh, I used to read like a book in 3 days. A whole novel.
But what's up with that? And now it's like I can't focus. I don't want to read.
No, give me audiobook.
I need pictures, unless it's a comic. I can't.
Yeah. No read. No read. Too much read.
This seems common. Why is it common? I don't get it.
Anyway, hello everybody. Happy Monday. It is March 17th, and we are restarting Devil May Cry 5 because I never finished it. I got to Dante and said, too much is happening. That was like, what, 3 years ago that I was streaming it? 2022? Jesus Christ. Jesus.
I vaguely remember.
I know. I remember some of it. Let's see. Let's just start with the history of DMC so that people understand where we're going, what's happening here.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that movie helped a ton, especially because I'll point it out when it happens, but it's funny. It's funny.
Long ago.
Because first of all, this is the font we're working with here.
A single demon challenged the Emperor of the Underworld for the sake of mankind. The demon would prove victorious. That demon was the Dark Knight Sparta.
Time to read.
Yeah, Sparta. Sparta's legend spread as a legendary Dark Knight was revered by mankind. Is this the thing where... Oh, but is he supposed by the memory of his deeds and the existence of demons faded from memory? For 2,000 years, the seal on the underworld began to weaken. The demon emperor Mundus sent his minions after Sparta's wife and twin sons in an act of revenge. Sparta's human wife Ava stood no chance against the demons and lost her life. One of Sparta's sons, Virgil's, went missing. The only survivor was Dante, Virgil's twin brother. Decades later, Dante was reunited with his lost brother Virgil in Devil May Cry 3.
It was not
I'm sorry.
Decades later. It was like... They were like 18.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Virgil survived the years with the help of his father's sword, the demon blade Yamato, and long to game. Stuff happened. Arkham, a man bent on obtaining demon power. The sword's power would weaken the seal in the underworld. Then this Arkham manipulated Virgil from the shadows to fulfill his deluded ambitions. God, I love this music. Inflicted over his feelings with his lost brother, Dante set out to stop Virgil and Arkham. Along the way, Dante met a demon. Yeah, Lady. Everyone loves Lady. She was like 16 in this game, which recontextualizes a lot of Dante's behavior to him being, what the fuck, Dante? Teamed up to fight the Mad Scholar. However, this camaraderie did not last long as the two could not overcome their differences. The battle between brothers was fierce, but Virgil met his match in the end, but he refused Dante's help as he fell alone into the underworld.
Very good game.
Many have argued it's the best in the series. I can see why.
Yeah,
Dante
I would not.
He used his brother, his business to hunt down demons to collect information on Mundus.
I don't judge.
Wait.
Trish.
Here, give me 1 second. Alright, that's why you're so obscenely loud. I had you on 200% volume.
Why would you do that? You're gonna torture anyone who's watching.
Well, I have a limiter on the screen. On stream.
Okay, so it's just you. Never mind. I don't care now.
Torturing me. Well, it's because it causes a bunch of, like, audio problems. Oh, yeah, Dante, Nello Angelo, Dante, Mundus cruelty, Dante, anger.
Yep.
Mundus.
Great.
I thought he was dead. No, he's not dead. He's not actually dead. Seal Mundus away once again. Can we just not kill him? Why did we have to seal him away? Hunting demons with Trish and the lady. Oh, yeah, the anime. This thing. Did we ever talk? Yeah.
We're not including the novels. Also, something may have happened in DMC2, but who...
Yeah, the DMC2 sure happened. Dinty, please play DM Beef Stew. Yeah, Devil May Cry 4, Sparta worshiping cult known as the Order of the Sword, aimed to take control of the human world with their demonic forces. Thus, Dante Rivera, he kills the Pope. Dante murders the Pope. Sent by his affront, the Order dispatched young Holy Knight Nero to kill Dante. Nero learned of the Order. This Agnes guy fucked, by the way. He had sex somehow. Honestly, I wonder if it was more like him just like... God, now I'm just rehashing old Wooly jokes. Super best friend jokes. Did he just like take stuff off of it and put it in a petri dish? Is that how he did it? How did he have kids?
I can see that.
I think it must have been in vitro or something. There's no possible way this man had sex. On top of everything, Sanctus was revived with the aid of nefarious powers. Oh no, Sanctus. Nearest beloved Curio was then taken hostage by Agnes. I love this song. And the lovers were absorbed into the core of the Order's ultimate weapon, the Savior. Kind of fucked up that it's all fleshy underneath the skin. Enraged by his sister's curiosity, Credo tried to save Nero, but he fucked up. And then Dante was being Dante.
I like the picture right after Credo dies. It's just Dante doing that.
I love the scene of Credo dying and Dante just having to try to pretend to care. Oh, shit. Oh, you're dying.
He's like,
man.
It's more like, the objective, someone died and that sucks, but it's like, we didn't know.
Like, what is he gonna do? Oh, I love that image. Hit the two on the couch, just them sitting on the couch.
That's a Steam background.
It's also the image that they chose when Super Best Friends played Devil May Cry 4. I have a yearly tradition of watching the Super Best Friends play the Devil May Cry game, Pat and Wooly. Alongside Pat's playthrough of Nier, just because it's just a great little thing to watch when I have nothing else to watch. I already did that in October of last year, so it's too early for me to do it again. All right. So I put this on Devil Hunter mode because I'm not new to the franchise, but I am new to... Oh, Unleash Virgil. Unleash the Virgil.
It says Unleash Virgil, but really it means spend money.
Unleash Virgil. Okay, so here's the fun thing about this. I'm playing this on a 8-bit Do Pro 2 controller. Let me just show you what that does. All right, so these are not the correct controls. X is the top button for me. Y is so it's A B X Y instead of B A Y X for me. So these are actually kind of fucked up and wrong. This also is what screwed up my Metal Gear Rising playthrough all those years ago because there's no way to change it in the game. There's no way to get the game itself and everything involving the game to acknowledge that you have that your button layout is different. Because it is convinced that you're playing this with an Xbox controller.
You don't have another controller?
I don't have... All I have is an 8-bit though. I have an Xbox. It's old as shit and doesn't work.
Okay. I would say just, like, remember that the top button is melee.
Yeah, melee is top button. That's kind of how
I would be able to do it anyway because it's just muscle memory, right?
Yeah, I love that Unleash Virgil is just there. Hey, why is Virgil here? Huh, does that have anything to do with anything?
That's weird.
That's weird.
No, it's just optional, like DMC4. He didn't show up in DMC4.
Here, give me a second.
Or DMC, yeah, DMC4 he wasn't. It's just optional, don't worry about it.
There we go. Now. Gotta give stream. Come on, hurry up. There we go.
Retitled the stream to 2 overly tired people.
2 overly tired friends. 2 tired best friends play. Bald man. Something weird about the RE engine is a lot of these characters have Elon Musk's face shape for some strange reason, and that's something I can't get out of my head. Like a lot of some of the characters in the front have the weird face head shape. Oh, this guy. Oh, I can play this with actual quality. The broker.
I think the RE engine handles linear games a lot better than open world.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I have to play Wilds on medium graphics, right? And my PC is no slouch.
I have a 3050. I can't play Wilds, which... Oh, fuck yeah, Dante!
I have a 3060 and I can.
It's like the games, they say that you shouldn't buy it unless you have a 3080. Hi, Nero.
Hi, Nero.
Oh, by the way, I'm here with Hallie, who is the #1 world's Nero fan. World #1's Nero fan. V, the mysterious one. Huh, who's this guy? What does he have to do with the plot? Do we have to unleash him at some point? God, they make these characters look really good in the Unreal
it's
what is this called? RE engine, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way he moves. He moves like such a dork.
I would say like, oh, it holds up so well, but it's from 2019, so I hope so.
Honestly, 2019, these are really good graphics even nowadays. Like, it's kind of weird.
What do you mean that wasn't 3 years ago? Fuck.
That was 6 years ago. What do you mean? This came out the year I started streaming.
Oh no!
What do you mean? I'm old.
Shut up.
All right. Okay. So we get our basic 4-hit combo. We get gun. I don't have any moves yet, so combat is going to be very shitty until we get moves, which is going to be in the next chapter when I can start unlocking things.
Yeah.
A is jump. Yep.
Yep.
And then you can double jump on the A. So I'm going to be going over some basic mechanics here and just talking about how the game plays. Oh, yes. The ant. The Impuza. It's so interesting how they went for a bug, like way more bug-like in this game.
I can take you with no arms.
Oh, you have to hold that. Red orb, the Rorbs. All right.
There's a sort of theme for each game. I don't know about 1 or 2 really. But I know 3's got like the demons that are based off of the Sims, right? Kind of thing.
Yep.
and 4 is more, I guess, like angelic demons.
Yep. So
Which is a really cool idea because the series doesn't have angels and it's never had angels because angels don't make sense.
because that's a Bayonetta thing.
There's no reason to shoehorn angels into a reboot for some reason, you know, if they had done that, but they didn't do that because the reboot doesn't exist.
Uh-huh. We don't have, what do you
They
mean
shoehorned
reboot?
angels into the reboot. And it pisses me off every single day.
Yeah, listen, this whole playthrough can just be anger about the reboot if it needs to be.
I haven't played it. I should play it at some point. I want to stream it.
Unfortunately,
like,
I know all.
I need alcohol.
Yeah, you don't. You're gonna die from alcohol poisoning if you do that.
Yeah.
So Airborne and Puzas, they are healers. They take priority.
What's the world coming to?
Your gun acts as a basic combo extender.
Yeah, and chip damage, but it's not supposed to carry you through the entire game. DMC2.
There we go. I am still a bit rusty. You are not going to be able to get triple S combo style in this fucking first level. Although it is possible to beat it after you get more stuff and you come back, you can replay this level and actually win.
Yeah.
And then the game ends early.
I've got some stuff to talk about that.
You do? Oh,
Stuff
shit.
that a friend taught me. A friend found out about that battle as well.
Oh, that battle. It's
Because he's played this game many times. That's kind of his whole brand, right? So, yeah, when that comes up, I'll have something to say about it. But it's like, yeah, DMC is a series that's really important to me. It's one of my favorites of all time.
oh yeah,
There are
baby.
7 games, and 3.5 of them, or is it? Hold on, no, 2.5 of them, 3.5 of them are good.
Oh, I love that Dante is just here fighting. He's punching the crystal, and he's not doing a good job. Like, he has the punch weapon that you get when you start as him. He already has it, the Gerbera.
Well, right.
Or not Gerbera. What is it called? I don't remember.
For Dante, it's not Beowulf. That
was Virgil's from
that's
DMC
Virgil.
3.
Dante's is. Oh.
Lady, no.
Time to Google.
Trish, no. Dante, no. Hello, Virgil. I might have to turn this down again.
Time after all. Hey,
Balrog.
jackass!
I'm going to probably rebalance the game's audio to prioritize voices over everything else.
Sorry, Dante. I'm back in this bitch.
I love that he revs his sword. It's so fucking goofy.
It's really.
It's so great. So this is a
This
non-winnable
series really
fight.
is full over everything else. It technically is winnable. Even
In
if
the
this
first fight, the first time you
No,
fight
no.
it, you're not supposed to beat it.
You're not supposed to. You can.
If you're God.
If you're really good at dodging, because every single time he does an attack with magic, his crystal's health goes down.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you just wait it out and dodge really well, you can then kill him, actually. It takes a long time, but it is possible. There's my fun
There we
fact.
go.
I don't have anything else.
Done. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bam. Ow. Oof. Each. Eef. I love how they all just get fucked at the start. Like, that's a really strong opening to a Devil May Cry game where the impetus is everyone is super cool all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
And Dante doesn't lose.
Dante gets impaled, but he doesn't lose. He gets impaled once every game, but he just kind of shrugs it the fuck off.
And now it's like, oh.
Oops.
Round 2.
Round 2, baby. Let's go, Dante. Devil Trigger. Let's fucking go. Bang, bang, bang. Pull it, baby. And lose. That's Rebellion, am I correct? Isn't that his sword Rebellion?
Sword's Rebellion.
Yeah. He has Yamato and Rebellion. Rocks. Rocks! Roxanne, but it's just rocks.
I can't imagine playing this while having played the other games.
Or you mean
Like,
not?
and just being like, oh, we're losing? What the hell?
What? Yeah, what do you mean we're losing? We don't lose.
Not how that works. But I wish if I was able to go back, I wish I could have played this one last instead of first. But
Playing
so
it.
there's a friend of mine who's going through the series for the first time, and so I'm helping them do it the correct way.
Which is skipping 2.
Just skipping 2. Yeah, they are actually somewhat interested, so I'm like, alright, go
Don't.
ahead.
Why would
Go
you
ahead,
do that?
you can try it. Just so I feel like it needs to be played to be believed.
You can
just how
literally
bad
just
it is.
shoot every enemy
Yeah.
and kill them and gain
You
meter
can hold
because
down the button.
they never factored in the gun not being a the gun's supposed to be a combo extender, not the main basis of your combo. But in this game, it's just in Devil May Cry 2. No, it's actually it's just there. You can just beat the game with the gun.
The rotation is hold down gun button.
Yeah,
DT,
there we go.
Hold down gun button to shoot faster and more. And then continue.
Uh-oh, here we
Just
go.
hold down square.
What happened to Dante? Where's Dante?
He's buying time, but
Yeah.
No one tells anyone to evacuate. It's just now everyone's
this
gonna
is
die.
kind of like, I'm sorry, if big tree come out of ground, like, run, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Why
that's
are you
true,
here?
though. No one should have been here in the first place.
How did this ever? This is a massive, major failing of every institution of power of Redgrave City to be like, yeah, no, don't bother dealing with the giant tree. Don't run from the giant fuck ass tree that can eventually be seen from space, mind you.
Yep.
This tree is so massive, it literally goes out into space at some point in the game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It does.
All right, Fall from Grace, C. Not bad.
See?
Honestly,
Not bad for having no moves.
not bad for not playing a
whole
game
lot.
like this in. I am gonna have to eventually. Years of strength beyond us, down his force in the back foot and yelled, "Yeah!" Capcom presents the opening cutscene, baby. Let's fucking go.
So good.
One of the greatest
Shoot 'em up.
cutscenes. This is the one with the car. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
If anyone was worried, like, this seems totally different. Like,
Nico! Nico! After this cutscene, I have to talk about a dream I had yesterday. 1 month later. Yeah, they just leave Dante for a month.
yeah.
Nico! I love you, Nico. One of the greatest characters in this game. One of the greatest additions to the Devil May Cry crew.
100%. I am terrified for what DMC6 has in store because Hideaki Itsuno's not there anymore.
Don't worry, Hideki Kamiya is there. He made Devil May Cry 1, Dante. That means he's
No,
good
he's
at this.
No. He's not there. Also, he's doing
Listen, I
Okami
have
as,
ideas
like,
for Devil May Cry 6. You know what? Maybe we should just pass the torch again. You know what? Yeah, sure, Dante got 3 games to be his protagonist, but, you know, we got
I feel like they're gonna do that.
a new old producer on board now. He's cool.
I don't think Kami has anything to do with it.
I'm just thinking. Hear my pitch out.
I
What if
hope not.
What if we
God, I hope not.
embrace diversity? Next game is a woman, right? Next game protagonist is a girl. She's a tall girl because we have to abandon stereotypes, right? Tall, cool girl, suave, black hair. Maybe she could have glasses, right? She needs, just glasses. Maybe a British accent, and Maybe she just fights with her hair. She fights with her hair. She does sexy dances.
Hey,
and she doesn't just fight demons. She fights angels as well. You know?
Wow. Okay. Well, angels don't exist in DMC and never have. So Kino, I do understand where you're coming from. But if this is what you want,
it's not
boy,
Bayonetta. I'm not saying that
you.
Hideki Kamiya should recreate Bayonetta into the Devil May Cry universe. That's definitely not what I'm saying.
I have an idea for 6 as well, and it's please just be good.
Please be good.
Because Peak of Combat was not. So, essentially.
Oh, here, look at this fucking Jun Takeuchi. Like, I feel like this series is in good hands with people like Jun and all these other creators. Like, look at this fucking cinematic.
Bingo Morihashi on the story, as long as he's still in the story.
Senior producer Michitaro Okabe.
Yeah, I'm forgetting that there's a lot more people that have gone this.
There's this giant curse in the games industry where I do this too. Devil Breaker Design, Shoji. Oh, look at. Oh, yeah! Oh, that's the coolest looking shit ever.
It's so good.
Koki Kinoshita. Fuck yeah, dude. Art director. I love Koki Kinoshita.
This is the best, like.
This is probably the greatest opening cutscene sequence in Devil May Cry history.
Devil May Cry history.
Yeah, Devil May Cry history.
Gaming history.
Maybe in gaming history. This is so fucking cool. Everything about this is so fucking cool. So Devil May Cry was a series that was predicated on the idea of what if you could be cool without smoking or doing drugs or swearing excessively, right? And in this opening cutscene, they have a girl who is smoking and does it in the most coolest, badass way possible.
Yeah.
Hideaki Itsuno, I am mutuals with him on Twitter. Is the only reason, aside from also being mutuals with Yoko Taro, that I have not deleted my Twitter. He's like, no, ew, why are you smoking, girl? Ew. Here, I'll light it, but like, don't smoke in my ew. Ew, smoke, gross. Like, it's so like, man, you did that really cool thing with the cig. Yes, the game does not promote your use of cigarettes. Yeah. Even Nero's just like, ew, smoking.
Does.
My God, 099. I love that shit.
It's
Devil May Cry 5. Easily one of the coolest opening sequences in gaming I've seen.
100%.
Like, there's this curse in the game industry where, you know, popular game titles will get attributed to one person. Hideki Kamiya, what is he known for? Oh, he's Bayonetta. He's the Bayonetta guy. What is it? Hideaki Itsuno, he's the Devil May Cry guy. Who's Yoko Taro? He's the Nier and Drakengard guy, right? Like, they're not the only person that worked on these games. They may be the major creative directors, but they're not the only person.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah! Fucking hit him with the car. It's so fucking stupid. I'll tell you what I want for Devil May Cry 6. I want to be able to hit people with the car.
You look like you need a hug, but you're not gonna get one from me.
Thanks, not Nero.
Who are you? Hey, you're gonna get yourself killed!
Don't crap yourself.
I love you, Nico.
Demon things. Let him do
Don't crap yourself.
I said, you dumb one-armed son of a bitch, you're gonna die!
I love this entire scene.
Cheer up, crew cut.
I love him so much.
You taking notes?
I love him so much.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
Yeah! Shock
I love
slam.
the, I couldn't comment on it because my mic was turned off, but it's like you look like you need a hug, but you're not going to get one from me, as he gestures to his arm stub.
Oh,
yeah.
I love it so you can do one-armed hugs.
Yeah, well, he's just
Devil Breaker.
Smartass.
Hold B,
I know,
then
right?
release.
Nero
so
being a smartass.
Here, options. I need to go change the sound and stuff. So, sound effect volume. Dynamic range is small. Abrupt volume changes will be subdued. That's important. There we go. Because, like, we're dealing with important things here. So, sound effect. Voice needs to be, like... Voice needs to be higher above everything else. So, yeah.
Got some cleaning up to do.
Give me a bit here. I've got some stuff to do real quick.
No prob.
So you just get used to the game again.
Yep. So I believe B also works as Snatch in this. Oh, there we go. Gerber. Yeah, Snatch. Snatching through an enemy into another enemy and then just slinging them around. Coolest fucking shit ever, man. He's just riding the fucking ant monster. He's just so cool.
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm. To kick demon ass.
Kick demon ass.
Hey, Psycho! Watch the merchandise!
Hey, stop bitching and take cover.
There we go. So before I actually continue, I want to add a sound application audio output capture. See if I can capture, see if that works. I don't know how this works. I don't know how this would work with, gotta see how I can do, if I can do that also with, application audio output capture, and also do that with Devil May Cry. So we get desktop audio out, filters, add limiter, have that at minus, and then you can be add limiter, okay, minus, and let's see if I can bring that up then. We'll see if this works. It says it looks like it's coming through, so once Hallie gets back, we'll have to see if it works with her in there. I don't know if I have any way of telling if the audio is even working. Let me see. I think I do. I'm just trying to make sure I can get this working. Okay, yeah, I hear it. So if that's working, then should work with also with rename. There we go. Oh, hold on. I gotta make sure this is catching. Is this... should be catching, I'm trying to capture Discord separately from the game.
Okay.
So, essentially, I'm trying to capture... But here's the problem. I don't think it's capturing. Can you talk again real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Just for you to test.
Out 1 and 2.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, there's no way to... I don't know why it's not... Maybe... If I hit... Well, if I hit out 3 and 4, it's not gonna... I'm gonna have to do this the other way, the old-fashioned way. Let's see... Why is this not capturing Discord? Supposed to be able to capture Discord. Discord.exe, Hallie, Discord, no. Try it again, talking again.
Hello.
Okay, no, it's not gonna work. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to hit that at 70. What I'll just do is I'll boost you up real quick. Have you boosted to like 170%. It's unfortunate that this doesn't work. I wish it did.
What are you trying to do?
So I'm trying to use this audio, this input capture, for our programs to capture Discord's audio separately from the game's audio, so that they're not being both meshed into out 1 and 2 through my audio machine.
Right.
Uh,
You can't do that. Isn't there not like application
capture,
audio capture that you can use?
Application capture.
That's what I use.
Application capture.
And it's just Discord and then my...
Yeah, but it's not capturing Discord.
It's not. Why not? Huh.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh well.
Oh
Oh well, where were we? Wire snatch. RB while we're also RB plus B. Pull an enemy who's locked into. Yep, that is snatch basically. Breakaway. Generate an explosion. Yep. I don't ever really plan on doing that.
I mean, you don't really have to in the earlier, the lower difficulties. I was gonna talk about that.
Really getting the hang
My
of this
perception of
routine.
Itsuno's changed slightly recently because it's like this game is what I knew him for, right? This series, and it's very much linear, straightforward, and on the easier difficulties, it's very easy to just overwhelm your enemies, right? And just feel really cool
Yep.
and awesome. And it's just kind of a sort of shut your brain off and just have fun sort of thing, right? And I'm like, this must be what Itsuno thrives at. This must be what he's really good at making.
So these
I
are
watched
like
a video about Dragon's Dogma 2. And my opinion is now that Itsuno is a madman.
he is.
He's an absolute madman. DD2 is like the opposite, where it's like you're rewarded for paying attention, and the game does not hold your hand, and it doesn't care about you, and it will fuck you up if you don't play the way it wants you to play. And people hate it. And Itsuno let people hate it.
Yep.
And he probably was like, you know, because people review bomb that thing, and it's still at mixed to this day, right? And he probably let people hate it because a lot of people miss large parts of the entire game by design. You know how like multiple people can miss multiple playthroughs of Nier Automata and just go like, oh, that was a fine game. It's like that shit.
There we go.
So
Destroy the whole thing, baby.
he probably knew that people weren't going to like what he gave them by default, because they didn't explore everything that they could have, or find like the optional shit that they could find, and miss like half of the game. Itsuno is a madman.
He is. He's very much a massive madman.
And I want to give Dragon's Dogma 2 another shot, but it's really hard.
It's very
Does
difficult.
not have this set difficulty, and it's not so much that the combat is difficult like a lot of FromSoft games. It's that the traversal in the world is very difficult.
So these are very much just use the gun.
Yeah, this is like free orbs, pretty much.
These things
It's
are
a-
really annoying to fight. Oh yeah, that's also
Yeah.
something you could have done.
Are they collecting human
Yeah.
blood? It's not just about feeding. There's something else.
They're very weak, but they all when they hit you.
Are you gonna turn subtitles on, by the way?
Oh, you're right. I should do that. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem, no problem.
Where does that?
Yeah,
come
I gotta
from?
give Dragon's Dogma 2 another shot.
Brightness
But
controls,
the
language.
difficulty comes in the open world because if you die, you lose 10% of your maximum health that cannot get restored unless you sleep at a campfire or an inn. And you can't fast travel very easily, so have fun running all the way back. But if you pay attention, because the game tries to, like, cheat you over, but you can cheat the game back, so pay attention and be rewarded kind of thing. It's insane. It is not like any other RPG I've played. I think that's why a lot of people, including me, were turned off initially, but I feel like I just need to approach it in a different way. Meet it where it's at.
I get it.
Because I was expecting fantasy DMC, and I did not get that.
Because I'm bringing the fire.
I'm bringing the fire. Oh, that's very loud. I'm gonna need to turn that down. Here, gotta turn this down some more.
I might send you that video on Dragon's Dogma 2 if you're okay with being massively spoiled for
That's
it.
fine. I've already I've been listening to a podcast that talks about it.
It is one of the best YouTube videos I've seen, honestly. It's a really good video.
Oh, that's right. That's the...
Pretty sturdy. Gotta be something like that, and have some more.
I love that line. Gotta be some... It's like,
Dodging,
yeah, it's the giant
RB
glowing...
horizontally plus A. Okay, right bumper horizontally. Oh, God.
Gave you that one.
That's right.
Yeah. That just shows, I guess maybe it was in like play testing or something, but the fact that they had to add that line about there's gotta be something here. It's like, yeah, the giant glowing weak spot. Apparently gamers are still stupid. Because it's obvious.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
It's like a yellow crate. A yellow painted crate. Or yellow painted ladder or climbable surface. There's something about like something that makes me hesitate going back to Dragon's Dogma 2 and some other games I've found, like with Horizon Zero Dawn and a little bit Monster Hunter Wilds, but not too much.
Oh, come on. Almost.
And it's
gun kill.
I don't know if this is like a neurodivergent thing, but I can't, how to put this, I can't see, like when there's a ton of really detailed graphics and textures and really detailed visual information, I can't parse what's important and what's not.
Soldier Boy said city's gone to hell and back, taken over by the underworld.
Hell
Not
yeah.
just here, but everywhere.
His arm.
Yamato did this.
Yamato. So we're gonna get the flashback sequence. Here we go.
Yes, it's so good.
Why do I feel like your pet mechanic? Don't get used to it.
I mean, you kind of are.
Nico, I showed
Well,
you
not
those
the pet
order
part,
docs.
but the
Yeah.
mechanic
You still
part.
owe me, remember?
Yeah, the order docs.
Be right there. Hey, why don't you go ahead? I'm gonna finish up.
I have productive things to say about KDA, don't
I'll try
worry.
to save you some.
Yeah, just not, you know, non-jealousy related things.
Okay, well that doesn't help, but it would be, I would like her better if she was a character.
If she
But
existed
she's
in the
not.
world.
But the problem is, it's like, oh, well, you know, female characters voted the best in 2008. Yeah, but 3 years prior, they had Lady.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what's your excuse? Why are we going backwards?
Listen, you need something
You
in
know?
Mamoru. You need to protect something.
Food's ready.
I know, but it's like, it's so freaking, it's stupid. Like,
You like loud talking?
they try and flesh her out a bit, but her personality is just being nice.
Yeah,
Something you like.
she is Nero's rock.
That's it. That's it.
She is
It's
literally
so...
Nero's tether to his humanity is what she is.
So yeah, I was never going to like her, obviously. I'm biased.
Uh-oh.
But
Just
also, they
she-
could have made it a bit easier for
They
me to like
just
her, right?
throw him
But
so hard that his arm
Yeah.
comes off. His arm
Yep.
just gets thrown so hard his arm comes off. Shit, dude.
Taking this back.
In any other scenario, I would say hitting the shelves would also hurt, but
I feel it's so funny that it took him like several seconds to recognize that his arm was gone.
yeah. Fun fact, after this, he goes into a coma for several months.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, that's also like a massive...
Read the manga. Yeah.
This is also like important to recognize because that's also kind of his connection to his demon side, the majority of it at least. I might have to turn down the quality a touch, just a touch. Turn down the...
He's waiting for us up ahead. Try not to get us killed on the way there.
I had a dream last night, and I don't know what this was spurned by, but I had a dream that Kyrie and Nico were chatting. Oh.
Well, this game doesn't pass the Bestial test. Continue.
Neither, I don't think the dream did. Oh, hell yeah, S.
Nice.
Oh, wow, I did not anticipate an S. Let me see if that helps things here. Because I'm also having to realize that I'm streaming this to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that might affect this. So, I had a dream last night that Kyrie and Nico were talking. And Kira's like, oh, the period cramps. I don't know how I don't know how you would deal with them, Nico. They're so painful. And Nico just like goes, well, I don't even really feel them. Every time they start coming on, I just project them onto Nero. And then, like, it just Family Guy cutaway gags to Nico sitting on a couch, and she starts feeling pain, and she just puts her fingers to her temple like she's projecting psychically. And then you just, in the next room over, hear Nero drop to the floor and start, like, whimpering in pain.
Oh my god. Was it a joke you came up with? An actual dream?
Actual dream. I also had another
really
dream a few
funny.
weeks. Another dream a few weeks ago, where the Rizzler and his dad. You know them? Like they're kind of known for like we bring the boom and stuff like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so there's this meme video where the Rizzler and his dad. They're like, oh, we're sorry to hear about your brother. Your dead brother. He gets 5 big booms. Boom, boom, boom. Let me find the video. Hold on. I got it. That's an important video. Yeah. Here we go. No, it's...
Oh, we're so sorry.
Here we go. I don't know. Can you... I'll just screen share it with you. And on Twit.
Hey.
Let's see.
Your poor CPU.
Oh, don't worry. I have an i9 processor.
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
not the CPU.
It's just your graphic card.
I have a 3050. That's the closest thing that's in pain right now.
It's not that bad. It's not gonna hurt that much. Like, people kind of
So
are
this is the
focused on
video
getting
I'm referring to?
People are focused on getting the latest and greatest, but it's really not.
So this
that
is the
bad.
video. Alright. That's the
Alright.
Rizzler and his dad, right?
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
Like, just horribly out of touch, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dead brother. Oh, sorry to hear about your dead brother. He gets 5 big booms. But I had a dream that these two got sucked into the Nier universe and were NPCs in the world of Nier. And they had, like, met Kaine and the gang. And they're like, oh, Kaine, we're sorry to hear about your dead grandmother. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 And before they could get to the 5th boom, like, Kaine had just stuck her sword into the dad's stomach.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, there's no way she would, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, okay, sorry, Morrison's letter, where are we? It's been a good 30 years since I last wrote something like a letter. Don't have a typewriter or nothing, so unfortunately you're stuck with my shitty high handwriting for now. I heard you're going heading back to Redgrave. Wasn't sure exactly what I could do for you. I'm not a powerhouse like you or the sharpest knife in the drawer. Still, given my business, the least I can do is give you a few leads. Can't say exactly how useful they'll be to you, but hey, gotta remember, better than nothing, right? It's the first time I met Dante. He actually went by a different name, Tony Redgrave. Bet that got your attention, huh? Tony Redgrave City? Just a coincidence or something more? I honestly can't say. It's something more. Still, figured if you're heading in that direction, you might be able to learn some of the truth of yourself. That's why I've decided to tell you that about the Dante I know. It ain't every day I just give this stuff away, boy. You best be grateful. The more missions you complete, the more information you'll be able to view.
I forget to read these every single playthrough.
They're really important.
They're important for lore and stuff.
I'm cooking. Any
But if you
special
already
orders?
kind of understand what's going on, then you're fine. People complain when they play this game for the first time, and as their first DMC game, they're like, I don't understand what's going on. It's like, okay, first of all, you played number 5. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here.
Got
And second of all-
Overture. Yeah, this is the one we just
And
had. Gerbera,
second
that's
of
the
all-
one we want for the boss that's coming up.
It's a good one. But,
She just has a gun womb tattoo. I just am now realizing this.
Look no
Oh,
further.
you got the DLC stuff. All right.
Yeah, we got Sweet Surrender. Don't worry.
Yay!
The one thing pointing to the fact that Nero knows what sex is.
At least we get
Pasta breaker. I love the
This
pasta
baby
breaker.
so good.
It's so stupid.
It does nothing.
It's just a gimmick.
Here, for those hard to reach itches.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Uh-huh.
Create a love.
I hate how this thing
Kyrie will
moves.
love it. Catch
I
my
hate how
meaning?
this thing moves. It's so yeah.
It's so upsetting. Kyrie
but-
will love it.
So
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
Mega
reason to use
Buster.
that one's good.
This one's
There's no
terrible.
reason to use regular Gerbera.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the reality is they're both the same, basically.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a pop quiz. What skill do you get first?
Huh?
What
Abilities?
skill do you buy first?
I mean, I personally always buy table hopper.
I get speed first.
Oh, yeah, speed, that's good. Yeah. Sprint.
Yeah. That's what I recommend usually first.
Table hopper's
Then the
also
rest you can kind of just do whatever, yeah. Table hopper's a good one to start with as well.
Table hopper is important. Table hopper is literally just jump on a hit, evade enemy with slight movement of the body while on the ground before an attack hits. So this is just counter, basically. Get
Or a
more
dodge
orbs.
and then counter.
Wire snatch 2. This is important. You need to be able to reach. Let's see. Streak. Massive and rush attack. Yep, this is your stinger.
Good.
You need the stinger. Split is this is your helm splitter. So this is pretty much all I
When
have
was the
for
last
now.
time you've played a DMC game?
The last time I touched Devil May Cry 5, which was like 3 years ago, so it's been a long time.
Boy.
Hold X to fill up the bullet gauge. This is pretty good. So right now I also need to buy Gerbera's.
It's the same price.
Yeah.
It's better.
There we go. Let's see.
You want to equip it now. Yeah,
There we go. Yep.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about the Sonic streams. I don't know, like, I really lost about that because my issue with it is I was not having fun.
It's not. They're not fun
And-
games without people being there to. Like I hold on to the idea that it's more fun with friends, which you know
Yeah.
everything is, but still.
So
All
I
right.
feel like I don't know if I want to continue streaming them just because I don't want people to sit through me, like,
Taking
being
5
annoyed.
minutes to find the next area.
yeah, and that. So I don't know how I'm gonna approach that. I might just shelve it and do something else.
Okay. Oh yeah, if you just hang out here, Nero, yeah.
What are you lonely? Hurry up and get moving.
Thank you, Nico.
I
Because-
wanna, like, there's so much I want to get into now. Like, I want to try more of the Final Fantasy series because 14 is like, oh, there's so many references that I'm missing, you know.
Pop the balloon.
And I think it would be interesting to see like where these things come from. But also, I like Monster Hunter now. I want to play more Monster Hunter.
I just re-downloaded Monster Hunter Worlds.
Hmm.
If you want to play a older but still really good Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Worlds, I'm always happy to play it with you. We could go beat up the spicy pickle together.
Okay.
Do you know about the spicy pickle?
So
Worlds is very infamous because it... Worlds is very infamous. Because eventually people... You see, right now people are saying, oh, this game's too easy. It's too easy.
Because we're not...
With
We're
Wilds.
not...
And
Because
so,
the game
in
hasn't
Worlds,
been released yet, dumbass. You played the tutorial, dumbass.
Yeah,
Even
so
I know that.
low rank is a tutorial more than any other
Yeah.
tutorial is.
So far, it's really... I haven't fainted once, and I'm not playing the game optimally at all. I know this. I'm not setting traps. I'm not using elemental damage. I'm just hitting it. And I know I'm going to be punished for this later.
Yes, yes. Let's go.
The core concept of Monster Hunter is not difficult to understand.
So here's the thing. In Monster Hunter Worlds, I'm going to pause for a second here. I don't think this counts towards the timer.
No.
In Monster Hunter Worlds, the gamers made the mistake of, after numerous different updates and even in Iceborne, going, man, this game's too easy. It's too easy. It's too simple. And so Monster Hunter World Dev said, go fuck yourself. How about this? And they brought back a monster from, I believe it was the 3rd or 4th generation, called Elatrion. Elatrion is one of the black dragons, which is considered the strongest group of dragons in the series. And Elatrion was so difficult and so mind-numbingly hard to deal with that it caused the game to get massively review bombed, to the point that to this day, Monster Hunter Worlds, I believe, sits at a mixed review rating. And people are sitting here going to Monster Hunter Wilds, going, oh, this is too easy. It's too easy. And the thing about Monster Hunter Wilds that makes me really bummed I can't stream it is Monster Hunter Wilds takes the story to a place that a lot of Monster Hunter fans, including myself, has wanted the game to go since since the first art book was released. And if you don't know what I mean, finish the campaign of low rank.
Yeah.
It goes to the place that everybody had wanted the game to go to for generations. It finally goes to the fan favorite place and introduces a fan favorite monster that has never been introduced before formally. You only get to fight that monster once, and they are guaranteed to bring it back because its weapon and armor set is in the game data. And that game, and considering the lore behind that monster, players are going to get their fucking asses kicked.
Yeah, but...
What are demons doing in a city like this?
Yeah, I love when people complain about everything, because that's what gamers do, is complain about everything.
I'm sorry, you want gamers to have fun?
Great. Yeah, they won't. But yeah, I'm a newcomer, and I get that, like, yeah, it's gonna get hard. Dumbass. Like, oh, why is the late game or the end post-game enemy hard?
So
it's a post-game dragon in a Monster Hunter game.
Just wait until they bring back the Rajangs.
I know that the more closer a monster looks like a dragon, the worse time you're going to have.
Except for Rajang. The bigger the monkey, the go fuck yourself. The more the go fuck yourself it is.
Boy.
Do you know about Rajang?
I thought, no. I
The
guess
angry
I'll find
lightning.
out.
Rajang is
right.
the Goku of the series.
Can I just say, I will say, I remember we watched some Monster Hunter videos, like, a couple years back. You showed me, like, here's all of the monster cutscenes when they get introduced or whatever, right? It was like a compilation. And if there is a way to get somebody interested in the series, it's not that, I'm sorry.
The way to get someone into Monster Hunter is,
Apparently Wilds, apparently. Like, this one is really grabbing me in a way the other ones haven't yet. And I've tried playing Rise and World, right? But this one just, I don't know, there's stuff about it. There's like a new, like a wound system. I don't think has been in other games where
that's
it's
brand new.
Area. That one's, that adds, I think that adds something if I can, like, I don't know. I haven't played the other games.
I don't use Overwatch Devil Breakers very often, so I'm trying to use Devil Breakers more. And my score's doing pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah. That's part of the combo.
It's almost like if you fucking actually use the systems and mechanics the games gives you. Oh, okay,
Rewarded.
so this is why Oh. Very important.
Well, this is gonna be the next 20 minutes.
This is. So this is important. You always do this in every game that this is.
I know, Kino.
I'm not saying this for you. I believe
fair
you
enough.
when you say you know.
I know many things.
But it's very important that you get up on top of this.
I'm still bad at the game, though.
Well, of course. Nobody
Everyone
just is good at Devil May Cry. That's just not a thing.
Nah.
Oh my god, please.
I mean, the friend that I mentioned earlier beat Virgil on, I think, Dante Must Die mode, or tried to anyway. I think, did he beat him? I can't remember.
Come on.
I was blindfolded.
There
the
we
point
go.
is. So he's pretty good.
So
but
yeah, that's what you do. You get that. That's just the free little thing you get.
I think he did. I think he did.
If you see a statue, stand on the statue.
Yep.
Okay.
If you can get up to it. DMC4. That one's brutal. But yeah, I get Monster Hunter now.
Yeah.
And it might take a couple games to get, right? Like, I don't know. I didn't really get into World or Rise that much. I tried Rise again recently, but I don't know. I think playing on the Switch, on the Joy-Cons, just feels very cramped now. Because I didn't play the PSP games. Oh, that's the perfect place for that guy to be. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice, you can't run away like that.
Yeah, that's corner trap.
lucky
Let's
there.
go.
Yeah.
Get that good corner trap. So, I don't remember what the secret mission in this level is. I think it's just defeat all enemies within the time period.
I think so, because it's the only one that I've really tried, and
Oh,
I
hey,
have
V.
not beat it.
Hi, V.
Hi, V.
This is one thing I love about this game, is that you can see other players in this exact doing the mission.
If you're online, anyway.
Yeah, I am online.
No.
Or I'm not, no. The Devil May Cry crew.
Well, that's the regular default. And I like how they show optimal V gameplay, which is dodging a bunch.
Yep. Which is dodging. V is
I hate
one
this
of...
mechanic.
It's gross.
They even make fun of this mechanic in the game, which is why would you keep it if your characters are making fun of it canonically? And then halfway through the game, they just ditch it almost entirely.
Hey,
so I don't really
remember,
know why.
hey, you know what? Remember how I talked about Nexomon? You're like, I'm just going to talk about this for a second because you're not interested in it. We've established that.
I'm mildly interested in it, but not enough.
The half of the jokes in the game
wait for it to be...
are characters going, why would the developers do this? That's stupid. The developers are cheap and lazy. Why would they do this way?
That's funny.
Which is like, which hits once or twice, and every other time it's like, oh, you guys are just making excuses for your bad writing.
Wait.
Yeah.
Or like subpar, like not your best work in
Do
terms.
it more than once. Like, come on.
Literally, there's a scene in the game. Oh, hold on, we gotta deal with enemies here. Oh fuck.
This is a fantastic room when you have more moves. Oh, it's so fun. Although my favorite's coming up. Like the bar area.
Oh my god. Oh,
It's
did I suddenly become? I don't remember being this good at the game.
are using. Yeah, that's why. There you go.
Oh, it looks so cool. That slowdown
Yeah.
on the finisher.
That's the
Coolest
one good
fucking
thing
shit,
the
man.
DMC reboot gave us, and I'm mad that I have to credit it for it.
I'm mad that I have to give props where it's due.
I'll give you credit, damn it.
I will
It's not- there's
reluctantly
one
say,
joke
hey,
in
you know
that
what?
game
That was a
makes me
pretty
laugh.
cool thing you did. One of the
So-
only cool things you did. And you know what? You did it. I hope
I
you're
watched,
happy.
like, the first quarter of the cutscenes for that game, and it mostly just made me mad and
Yeah.
depressed. But there was one joke that made me laugh, and I may never forgive myself for that.
Which one was it?
Oh, I can't explain it because explaining it makes it sound stupid because it is stupid. But just the line read was really made it funny. I don't know. Once I might stream it someday when I have enough alcohol, and then, and also when I fix my mic, my mic settings, I cannot get them to work properly. I don't know why. There's always something.
There we
Like,
go.
it's just my voice is not being picked up consistently. And I don't know why. But, the only reason my voice is being picked up consistently in your streams is because of Discord, right?
Yeah. There we go.
So I mentioned to you that I have a problem with Pokemon Light games because, like, I don't know these creatures. I don't give a shit about it. I don't want to learn a whole new typing matchup system when I still have to Google what Poison's weak against.
Poison's
But, like,
weak to
you know.
ground and psychic.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, and it's a bad type. But
It's actually a very good offensive type.
is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's super
I've
effective against
heard that
grass.
it's bad.
It's super. Sneasler, right? You know Sneasler from Legends Arceus?
Yeah.
Literally one of the strongest OU Pokemon we have right now.
Really? Okay.
So Poison is a very good offensive type. You know why? Because it hits Fairy for super effective, and Fairy is one of the dominant types in the game.
Is it just that there aren't that many good Pokemon with
There are
Poison?
just not a lot of good Pokemon that are Poison type. Pekka
Yeah, like, I'm gonna bring Muck into the competitive match. Good luck, you know?
Actually, Muck
Yeah.
used to be pretty good. So Pekka right now is actually considered a really, really, really strong. Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Yeah.
I might have to come back and do this later. I don't really feel like doing it right now.
Yeah, I've never really done these.
You should if you can. You can try it. Doesn't hurt.
But yeah, the problem with the Pokemon likes being like, I don't know what these things are and I don't have a connection to them or care at all. Even with new Pokemon in a Pokemon game, it's like there are still returning ones that I have a connection to, right? So that's kind of tricky for me. But then I'm like, oh, Monster Hunter Stories. I'm already gonna learn a lot of these guys anyway, right? So that might be an option.
Oh,
So I
first hit
grabbed
of
those
damage.
two. So I grabbed those two because I'm like, well, it's
So,
probably the best shot that I have. This room is one of my favorites. It's like the lobby area. I thought it was a bar for some reason. No, the lobby area. But it's so fun when you've got a lot of moves unlocked. Ooh. But yeah, I have a question about stories. Does playing stories make you feel worse when you kill them in the mainline games? Okay.
Because it's very explicitly like, hey, this is a secluded part of the world that is not associated with the hunters.
Because the Hunters Guild only goes after, like, overpopulation and
Well, nowadays it does.
now.
In
yeah,
the
before
old
it was
world,
just, like, murder.
in the old world, it was kind of genocidal in that sense. Okay, so I don't remember how to do this.
Well, I love Devil May Cry so much, I'm going to talk about every other Capcom game.
There we go. I'm gonna need to do that because that's how you get away from the boss. Oh wait, shit! I'm not even to the boss yet. Oops.
Not even close.
Is it? How do I have to destroy my arms to switch through them, right?
Yeah, it's not, you can't switch them on the fly, which is a good system, actually.
I mean, yeah, to a
Because
certain extent.
It makes you, not afraid to use. These items were made to be used, right?
Okay, good. So I haven't
Oh, there you
overshirt.
go.
Yeah.
And also, it encourages you to kind of adapt your arm to what you need. I've done this plenty of times without Gerbera, but it is harder. You don't need any one arm to solve a boss or enemy. There's no like, oh, best in slot this thing.
Oh god,
You know?
I forgot how good it feels to play this fucking game.
That's your speed
When
running. Yeah, it's
when you're
so,
able to
so
be
good.
cool and feel cool and play game
Yes.
like you're cool. Oh man.
See, oh, I'm sick of this. It's like, then why'd you put it in the game? I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been excited for this new DMC show for a while, and the more I see of it, the less excited I am.
I don't like Virgil's voice acting. I miss Dan Southworth. Dan Southward. The
I
Virgil
haven't
sounds
even
like
heard it.
It's just like generic deep anime guy voice, and it just sounds terrible.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm worried, and also the fact that like I'm not like, oh, this is terrible and it sucks, and I hate the fact that Johnny Young Bosch is playing Dante, right? But it's like that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not like, oh, it's so stupid, but it's like I just can't get like
Berserker,
emotionally.
here we go.
I can't get behind it because it sounds like Nero.
Here we go,
you know?
Nero. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool moment.
It is. I don't think it's a bad decision. I'm not like a fucking baby who complains about everything, but I do still think it's a bit strange. I'm not sure.
Okay, so
how
I
it
forgot
happened.
what you do with.
Anyway, and then the fact that the opening is a Limp Bizkit song.
Okay.
Does Limp Bizkit fit DMC decently enough? I think so. Are there songs from the series that I think they could have used instead, like Devils Never Cry, for example? Yes. I don't understand why they separately license a song when they could instead use a song from the series. One of the very, very large aspects of DMC games is original music made for the game. It's huge. Especially
so-
with 4 and 5. So I just don't know if I'm gonna actually check it out or if I'm gonna wait to see what people say about it. I'm not
There we go.
as enthused anymore.
Okay. These guys are annoying because they will immediately, like, you hit them and they immediately come charging at you and counterattacking. We talking Netflix DMC. I don't like Virgil's voice. I know you're biased against the creators, and we don't have to go too far into that. I am, like, hesitantly interested at this point. I don't know if I like the Johnny Young, but, like, okay, you can't have Dante's voice actor. He's quit. He retired. He quit voice acting. He has officially retired.
Guy that replaced Ken in Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's pretty
He's a
cool.
good sound-alike. Just grab that guy.
Hey, it's me, Luke
He'd be
from
able to
Streets.
do Dante. No,
Yeah.
he'd be able, because Ken was voiced by Dante's, by Ruben. So it's like just get that guy because he did a good Ken sound-alike, and it's the same fucking voice. That's what I'm thinking. I don't understand.
I
mean, it's confirmed then that Nero's not going to be in the show.
Yeah, well,
but
no, this
it's
takes
still
place
a bit
earlier
of an
in the
odd
game.
Choice. See,
I'm a
for
little
me-
bit nervous for it. I'm
Me
I'm
too.
hesitantly, I'm a bit hesitant. Oh, here we go. One of the best
See,
gimmicks in the game.
I enjoyed.
I never heard his
okay,
retirement. Only that he wasn't asked to come back. Okay, he wasn't asked to come back. Okay.
I'm not sure if I haven't heard about that, but like for me, I've talked about this recently with someone who's a big Castlevania fan, right? And like I also quite like the idea of Castlevania, and I care about it, and I care about Konami fucking it up. But like, essentially the show, couple things. One, the original show, which I like, the original Castlevania Netflix, I like it. It is adapting Castlevania 3, which is an NES game, and it doesn't have a whole lot to adapt.
Okay, so this comes
they
from.
can kind of take more creative liberties.
I have
right?
a post that from 6 months ago. This was I believe, TikTok.
I like that one.
A comment from Johnny Young Bosch. So this is some guy named Robbie says, I am so curious why Ruben isn't doing the voice. It's so jarring hearing Nero's voice coming out of Dante. And Johnny Young Bosch responds with, imagine how I felt when Adi Shankar told me he wrote the role for me to play Dante. Ruben did quit acting, but I'm determined to drag him back at some point.
Okay.
Actually, I was so awesome. Still hope you also voice Nero if we get DMC6. And Johnny Young Bosch says, I was hoping for it, but unfortunately Utsuno left Capcom. Yeah, that's from like 6 months ago. So like, who knows?
Yeah, the future of the series is in limbo right now.
I'm
which
just
is
saying,
scary.
Hideki
But
Kamiya's
honestly,
there.
I think no, I don't trust him with the tone that DMC is at now. It's very different. I'm totally fine treating DMC5 as the last game.
Okay, so
That's completely fine for me.
this boss
I will say
is heavily dependent on Gerbera being used on it. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
also-
do like the Castlevania Netflix show. It is very tonally different from a lot of Castlevania. There is a lot of swearing and crude humor and stuff. But I think
A serious
I
head.
view it kind of as a separate, separate interpretation, and it's not replacing the original game or the story
Then
by any means.
why?
And I'd imagine then that's why Nocturne pissed people off, because Rondo of Blood has a lot more to it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I just wonder how good at adapting,
Press and
the
hold.
studio
Consume
is.
tubes.
because there was a lot more creative freedom with adapting Castlevania 3. So
I
I,
don't
do
think he
wonder how good
retired
at
outright. I
adapting.
think he quit doing the voice of Dante for now. I think that's what Ruben Langton said. That's what the implication here is being.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just so we'll fucking see, but
Okay, here's cool. Oh, this is a great cutscene.
I think mainly
Oh shit! Here we go.
I think mainly for me, one, I'm not too familiar with the
Oh,
the source material, so forgive me for that. Oh, good line. But I think mainly what really carries the that for me is not so much the plot itself, but the adaptation strength,
You happen to see a
but the
kid around
performances and animation
who uses a cane?
carry it for me. But
Did you snack on him?
I kind of treat it as something different, which does, because I'm not as attached to that source material, which does scare me a lot because I'm attached very much to DMC, so we'll see what happens there. Because maybe, I thought the people were complaining a lot, just like being overly critical, but now, we'll see. My opinion might change.
we'll see. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're a
Big
bit.
guy,
Okay, let's.
More like
I want to let this ride out.
Fart in the wind than anything else.
Knuckle scraping
I love
fart in the
it
wind.
so much.
Yeah, we know. You're very normal.
I'm so normal. And this cutscene, like, memorized.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I've really good opinions in general, but I enjoyed it as its kind of own thing. But if
Oh,
it's for something that I have a lot more attachment to, we will see.
YouTube parties.
It's so good. It's so good.
God, he's
do
very
wonder-
similar to Okay.
He's getting more similar to Dante than he was in 4.
Sorry, I'm about to kill you.
You know, kind of loosening up a little bit, kind of growing, I would say.
Oh,
And as well, I do wonder if that kind of humor and style that that studio brought to Castlevania might fit DMC better. But it is up in the air, and I'm worried. I'm not sure. Again, I was totally planning on watching it day one, and now I might wait and see what people have to say. Then again, if I'm worried about consuming a piece of media that might totally make DMC look bad, then I'm not a DMC fan, because that's half of the series. I think we just have to wait and see. At least the animation's nice, although I've heard people complaining that he's just using a gun the whole time, which that's a really great adaptation of DMC too.
maybe that was the intention all along. They're trying to do
I
justice.
hope not. Oh god. If there's any
Fuck.
game that Capcom, out of this series, that Capcom needs to remake, I mean, you probably shouldn't even touch too, but we'll see. Really, it does just come down to we'll see. I do need to get more into Castlevania, though. The problem is the first game that I started playing, I was like, wow, this is really fun, and I like a lot about it, and I like how it looks, and I like the music. And then I looked up the consensus, and people were like, this game sucks, and the music's bad, and it looks bad. I'm like, oh,
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
okay. It was harmony of dissonance.
Okay, now we have movement. I can move.
Apologies if you hear barking in the background, by the way. I'm pet sitting, and there's a chihuahua, so that's all you need to know.
Oh, hit the wrong button.
Yeah, apparently
there-
my
yeah,
opinions
green
are
orb,
wrong,
thank God.
and I need to dislike a game that I like. I didn't want to start with, like, I think I have the, started with the Advanced Collection. I didn't want to start with Aria of Sorrow, because I didn't want to, like, play one of the best games, and then play the other ones and go, like, oh. Okay, so I started with Harmony. And it made me really understand the gameplay loop and go, oh yeah, this is pretty fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. I never really liked, and it's kind of maybe a gateway for me to get into Metroidvanias, because I tried like Hollow Knight and other ones like that, and I never really got it until I tried out like Castlevania and Metroid. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I understand how this works, right? It clicked for me more than playing the ones inspired by it.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I can totally get that, except for like Judgment and shit like that, but definitely, if it's got, you know, the core, the heart of Castlevania will kind of carry most of the
come on.
games. I don't know about Lords of Shadow either, though. That one, it seems like the first one is a fine enough game, but it doesn't seem like it feels too Castlevania to me personally.
Dropping the ball on this.
Then again, I am.
Ah, I lost my soul arm.
Yeah. Those are, well, they're considered like reboot-ish at the time. And they realized it wasn't working. And now we just have nothing.
Okay.
The history of Castlevania is very, very complicated because Konami. And I want to give credit to Konami now because it's like they're making good business decisions-ish. But that's only because they're being lazy and letting other people make their games for them while they continue with their pachinko shit. So I'm not giving all that much credit. What do I count, like the reboot? That's a good point. Here's the thing. I don't consider the reboot to be a spin-off the same way as Lords of Shadows. I think Lords of Shadow was meant to be a reboot as well. And then after it didn't do well, like the DMC reboot, they kind of just pretended it never happened, right? So it's kind of actually a very similar thing. So yeah, I said it was an attempted reboot at the time, but it's not counted as such. That's what I meant. I didn't think that it was valid as that. I think it should have been its own series. It would have been better. I think it would have been better received, at least the first game, if it was its own series. Because it just feels more, it's very tonally different. Yeah, and then apparently the sequel, I've heard the sequel's not great, but I think it's the same thing with the DMC reboot. Like, is it the best game in the world? Obviously not. Is it a cheesy fucking Mountain Dew fest? Kind of. But I would have been more receptive of it as being its own kind of shitty thing.
Here we go.
It wasn't attached to DMC. But it is, so I hate it.
You gonna do the thing again?
Oh yeah, the OG. Yeah, the sequel not... Lord of the Shadow was fine. I'm just saying that, like, it should have been its own thing. Sure. Yeah. And then the ending of the first game, too, is like... Okay. Yeah.
Like a lot of this.
One of the YouTube videos I go back to a lot is a 7-hour Castlevania retrospective. So while I haven't played the games, I know quite a bit about them. That makes me a fan, right? Nah. You are absolutely demolishing this dude for not having a whole lot to work with, and that's impressive.
Okay, here we go. He's doing this again.
Yeah. I did hear that, yeah. Kojima is a character, for sure.
Oh yeah, the Death Stranding character, which is just Snake.
Like, look. My boyfriend showed me. Oh, my boyfriend showed me like a plot recap of the first Death Stranding game, and it is. Oh, you should probably use Sweet Surrender. It heals you.
You know, assuming I don't die right there.
Yeah, but
So here's the thing: do I use a? Does this take? This takes me back to the start of the fight, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't give up. I think it's gonna checkpoint you, but
I have to. It's honor code. You cannot. What does that snake look like?
Is it alright?
The Last Judgment draw of 9. Yeah. It's
yeah,
honor system. You get penalized if you use a glorb.
That's true. Yeah.
And I refuse to get penalized. I am too cool for that.
All right then. But it's
Sorry,
yeah, I saw the
those.
plot synopsis for Death Stranding, and it is interesting to me, but for everything where I'm like, that's really cool, there's another thing where I'm like, that's really kind of dumb. Like, I don't...
Yeah, maybe I will.
You can say many things about Kojima being a very talented guy, but he also has a kind of large ego, I find.
Oh yeah, of course.
And sometimes it gets in his own way. And some parts of that kind of make it hard for me to take it seriously. And I did ask my boyfriend, I was like, so are the Metal Gear games like this, or is Death Stranding its own thing? He's like, oh no, it's really trippy. Like, okay. Alright, good, because I'm definitely not going to be able to date this man for much longer unless I get... I'm not kidding. I'm kidding about that. But
You're
like,
not kidding, huh? Oh.
No, I'm kidding. But like... If I don't get into Metal Gear, it's more like it's just an inevitability, is what I mean. I worded that terribly. Oh my god. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I expect it to happen, and I'm willing.
You just gotta use.
Yeah. I'm a bit more optimistic about Delta now because the Silent Hill 2 remake for just miraculously was good, and I was expecting it to suck. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Just disengage every once in a while. Oh, whoops. That's bad.
Your...
Wrong misclick.
Yep.
Is there a Gerber around here? There usually is. Yeah, there's a Gerber typically over there. Nope, that's Overture. Yep.
Nice dodge there.
So, like, the trick for me, mentally, is just disengage. Disengage as soon as he starts attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, see?
He swings real big and it's hard.
Yep. You get slight invincibility frames with Gerbera, too.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Definitely
Okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. I had to remember how to fight this guy. It's been like 3 years, chat.
I'm just tired of Kojima announcing things that won't be finished in 10 years. That's what I'm tired of.
Your demon. How about we wrap this?
Like, what was that thing with Jordan Peele? We won't know for a while, but he announced it. And then some other tactical espionage game again. That's cool. Awesome. Great job, Kojima. Can you tell us anything else about it? No, because it's not going to be done in a decade.
Got bored.
Right? That's something that does annoy me quite a bit.
Oh, well.
And the thing is, with him doing... It's difficult for me to say this because my boyfriend's very, very invested
I
in what
lost
Kojima
my arm
does.
too. Shit.
And I understand that and I respect that. But he does the same thing that people complain that other game devs and studios do, and yet when he does it, he gets a free pass, and I don't understand why.
Oh. I got her.
I really
think
don't
there's
know
a
why people
Gerbera.
are like, holy shit, Kojima's making something that he
Okay,
has
there's a Gerbera.
nothing to
We're
show
back in the
for it.
game,
He
chat.
just told us that it's something that he's working on, and it's something that we complain about every single year when the Game Awards come around, and yet when Kojima does it, we're gonna sit down and shut up about it.
You see, the difference is Kojima
don't get
has
it.
earned it.
I
And if you weren't...
guess, but it still annoys me. I still wish he wouldn't.
You gotta remember that Kojima had his name on one of the first games with voice acting.
That is something about I've seen.
Like Metal
well, I
Gear
have an
Solid was one of the first games with full voice acting.
It was weird too. I had this expectation about PS1 games where I'm like, you know, when I think about PS1 games with voice acting, I think about Resident Evil, right? And I'm like, oh, it's got to be that cheesy. And then I saw some dialogue from MGS1, and I'm like, holy shit, that's really good. Like, it's got some really good stuff in it.
Hold on.
Yeah, was it the first?
One of the
I think
first.
it was. I think wasn't. I don't think Resident Evil was full voice acting, was it?
No.
It also wasn't good voice acting, but we don't take points away for that.
I mean, not in that era
Not
of
that
gaming.
early on, yeah. That you count, that's what you got.
Oh, fuck. Come on. Oh, here we go. There. That could have gone so much. I messed up one thing, but that could have gone so much better. That was so good. Was the first person to thank for the dialogue being okay in MGS 1 and 2, by the way. Surprised?
I curse my stars.
Hideo Kojima is an anomaly in the gaming industry. He's a guy that's always wanted to be doing movies, but he got
Obviously.
somehow sucked into doing video games. And the reality is that as a result, he was one. Everybody complains like, oh, everybody wants to make movies nowadays. They don't even want to make games. They want to make movies that look like games, that somewhat are games. Like, Hideo Kojima was one of the first people doing that, but he did it better than everybody else. He's not one of the, he's one of the best ideas guys, but he's not a good developer. He had a very good team. He's one of the best idea guys in the industry, and he's had credited with a lot of things that really give. He just has a lot of goodwill in the games industry. That's kind of really it. And that's like, so he has way more goodwill than the people who made, than whatever the guy, the head of the Last of Us studio.
Because he was pretty consistent, right? He's been very consistent.
The reality, who's that guy who's like the head of the studio that made The Last of Us? Who's that guy? I don't remember his name. Neil Druckmann. Everybody hates that guy. Like, he's not a loved figure in the industry.
Oh,
so
God,
people
no.
don't let him get away with things.
It actually
There's
is to
also
the point where
the
I
element
used to
of-
respect The Last of Us, and I don't anymore because its oversaturation is pissing me off.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
just like sucking its own dick constantly. Yeah.
It's just like he wanted to snake an icon on live sales and then before his team told him that's not emotionally satisfying. Yeah. Here's the thing. Hideo Kojima, a lot of the things that people love is that he's just insane and has a whole bunch of wacky, zany ideas, and a lot of them. And people just kind of want to see how crazy and insane it gets.
Yeah.
That's really what people are interested in, and that's why they let him get away with everything. He's just insane and crazy, and people want to see how far he'll go with it. That's what I understand. That's what I gather, by the way.
And they want him to make another MGS, and he's not, or like another thing on that, kind of the same thing, and he's not going to, I don't think.
I forgot how,
I think he's just going, because MGS is a lot more grounded than the shit he's making now.
No, I'm late. Shut it.
What you don't like Druckmann's metal fetish and religious undertones nobody thought about until he pointed that out.
Hey, you're gonna get that?
I don't know. There's more that there's actually a lot of different things I don't like about it.
Yeah,
Woo-wee. I'm
Porn.
gonna make something amazing out of
it's
this.
just...
The thing is, like, the thing about the devil arms, and this is kind of like, and the crunch. Yeah, I don't like when he said that crunch was mandatory, was necessary for the industry to be successful. Not a big fan of that. And the constant ports and remaster. Yeah, not a fan of that either.
I don't know, has he heard of the game called Baldur's Gate 3? It
Yeah.
took 6 years to come out, and it's one of the most celebrated games of the decade at the very least.
Hey, that's not bad considering I died once.
Yeah. So,
Flying
whenever
Hunter.
anyone talks about crunch, they can shut the hell up. If you take your time to make a good game, you make a good game.
And you have the goodwill and the history to be able to do that without invoking crunch. Like, that's kind of the thing. They were known
People
for...
trust you to take your time.
Everybody said the only game that could ever compete with Baldur's Gate 3 was Baldur's Gate 2. So...
Yeah.
Oh, which one
It
is
wasn't
this?
even made by the same people.
Cash first? Okay, what are we doing?
Yeah. That's why now, post Baldur's Gate 3, any dev of a giant AAA company that's like, we need crunch. Like, shut the fuck up!
Let the demon smack you around so
Larian is AA at most.
But is respected for providing actual results. Yeah, he provokes crunch, but he provides actual results. He provides a finished game, well, mostly finished game at least.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Got any
But yeah,
So here's the I also want to say, I'm just saying, if we just put Fist of the Dog medicine into this world, I feel like you could solve this problem in a day.
gunsmith? I hope to be like her someday.
Like, everyone's struggling here. If we just put Fist of the Dog medicine in, he'll just solve the problem.
Whether it's a gun or a steel pot to cook.
Oh, you don't know who Fist of the Dog medicine is, Hallie?
do I want to?
He's my favorite TikTok creator. He has been putting dog medicine on his hands for 400 days now, and has gotten his hands to the rough consistency to the point that he can sand wood with them and also break concrete with his bare hands.
I'll see you at the bottom of the class.
He uses this like medicine that makes the dog paw pads, you know, the paw pads of a dog's paw tougher,
I got
so that they can walk on like rocks and stuff better. And he's just been spraying and rubbing it on his hands every single day for like 400 days. He's just completely insane. I love it. His name is Fist of the Dog Medicine on TikTok. He's like, one of the few good things about TikTok.
We don't get superpowers for this reason.
Huh?
We don't get superpowers for this reason. Stop trying to make superpowers happen. Stop trying to... Stop it.
No.
Why do we do these things? Stop it.
No, he's also doing badminton training now. Oh, Punchline. I forgot what Punchline does.
Punchline, you can
Helter-Skelter,
ride
yeah.
it. Punchline, it shoots out into the air, and you can ride it like a hoverboard.
Okay, yeah, I know
It's
that.
amazing.
Helter Skelter is useful for the scissor people.
It's a drill. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Air hike. Air hike, I need to get that. That's what I need. That's double jump. That's extremely...
Air hike I don't get until like the end of DMC3 because it's expensive as hell.
It's also
here
extremely
we get
necessary
even
for
more
a
orbs, I think.
It's so necessary for a large portion of the game, and but they make it so expensive. I'm gonna get one of you, and then I'm gonna get Helter Skelter's 1,000. Okay, then I'll just get 2. See, here's the thing. Gerber is great, but it's really only good for like magazine 1. Oh, we get one for free. Well, I'm gonna get one of these, and then I'm gonna put a Helter Skelter on.
Yeah, also, like, Kojima and Druckmann do have kind of like a little bit, like, Kojima kind of pretentious ego. Druckmann seems more so, but Kojima's not known for being an asshole, I don't think.
He
So that don't make a
sometimes.
difference?
I think there's he's pretty chill from what I've been told.
Yeah.
Listen, So, like, we gotta talk about the Okami remake, or the new Okami game, right? We're all excited for that, right? Everybody's really excited for the new Okami game.
Yeah.
How many of us have played the Okami games? Raise your hand.
I bought it after that announcement, but I didn't play it.
I mean, I bought it for the first time after the announcement of the next game.
I think it's just one of those things where everyone knows that it's been a long time and everyone knows that it's a critically acclaimed game, whether or not they played it, and they were just excited because it means something good for the industry.
I don't remember. Is this the one where we fight with RB and press? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Bet it's the best multi-plat Zelda clone. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, here we fucking go with this shit. Oh.
I'm a little bit disillusioned with Hideki Kamiya now.
Why?
I don't know. It's just because, like, here's the thing. I'm remembering as it was brought up recently, again, but it was that thing about the Bayonetta voice actress and how people were trying to take sides back then, where it's like, yeah, okay, so does she deserve to ask to be paid more? I think so. Was her lying about how much she was getting paid a good move? No, it was not. Did that make her lose a lot of goodwill? Yes, it did, understandably. And it's like people were taking sides by like, oh, this Hideki, or I'm on Hideki's side, or I'm on the voice actress' side, or whatever.
Hideki doesn't decide the pay for voice actors.
But it's like, I think something is like, it's kind of lost on the internet and stuff like that nowadays, where it's like two things that contradict each other can still be true.
There can be nuance in discussions. Did you guys know that?
Where it's like, was she right about lying, and should she have not lied, and do I kind of lose a bit of respect for her for lying? Yes. Could Hideki Kamiya, a man who is known to block people and have a very short temper, might he be a bit of an asshole? Probably.
I got blocked by Hideki Kamiya for tweeting about my God Hand tattoo at him. That's how I got blocked by Hideki.
I think, yeah.
Okay, hold on. We gotta see here.
I understand being annoyed about petty Twitter shit, and you don't have to put up with that, but also, like, you might also be a little bit of an asshole. That's just my current theory. Also, Bayonetta is hard for me to play as a DMC player. It's just, it's different. Why is it different?
Because it's made by different developers.
I know, that's just me being silly. I'll get to it eventually. I say as I look at my giant Steam backlog.
There we go.
The problem with my Steam backlog is I started playing Final Fantasy XIV, which means that thing's fucked now. It's never happening. I put like almost 600 hours into that game. That's more than any other game. It's funny, there's something going on of 14 now where a bunch of people, okay, stop me if this shocks you for any reason. A bunch of people who play a video game are complaining. I know, right?
I know,
but
right?
Essentially, the second to last, or second to current expansion, basically wrapped up, and I haven't played it yet, so I just heard this, but it wraps up the entire, almost 10-year at that point, arc.
Yeah.
That it's been building up to slowly. And build up is something that the game does very well with its story. So people were like, it paid it off, and everyone loved it. And now they have a new expansion that isn't as good as that one, and people are pissed off about it.
What is this one called? Dawnbreaker or something?
This is Dawn Trail.
Well, it's because you can't have infinite build up in
an
MMORPG
because it's not like the explosive climax of the fucking previous 10-year arc.
Well, what you have to have in any sort of MMORPG, you have to have downtime, periods where you just relax, and you have to have a beach episode. Eventually,
this
there
is just
has
a
to
chill
be.
Thing.
And Anthony, see you. Oh, okay, we got ourselves a.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, they're just complaining because it's not as good as the conclusion to the 10-year arc. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. Just it can't be at 100 all the time. You'd get exhausted, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a funny thing. And then also,
Lorb.
what else? And then they're just like, I think I'm just disillusioned with the game. And I'm like, yeah, if you've been playing it for 10 years, take a break. It annoys me because I just started playing and I'm having a lot of fun. And these people are acting like I'm wrong about that.
Oh.
Right? And it's really, it's obnoxious. I'm not gonna stop playing. I'm not gonna stop liking this game because these dumbasses. He's like, yeah, you're allowed to get tired of a game after 10 years. Play something else. I don't know. Also, while there aren't any more story updates, Final Fantasy XI is still ongoing. The servers are still up. You can play it. It's not cheap. I'm not going to. But you can.
Yeah, there we go.
'14 has already accomplished what many games never will, which is it started out being a shit game and then got entirely fixed a year later and is now one of the most popular and successful MMORPGs of all time. So, props to that.
There we go. There we go.
Wait, what do you mean by that? WoW also used to suck? I mean, I think
It used
I'm biased
to.
against it. Yeah, it sucks now, but like, it's very similar to 14 from what I can tell, but also very different in key ways. Where, how to put this? So a lot of people, when it comes to MMORPGs, the expectation they have going into it is that, well, I hope the gameplay is good because the story's gonna fucking suck and it doesn't matter, right? With Final Fantasy XIV, it's got a pretty good gameplay, and the story is a Final Fantasy story, so take that as you will. As in, it's really fucking good.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, a mirror. Yeah, I get what you mean by that.
Yeah. People still play WoW?
Oh, yeah, they do. There's actually a funny thing where a lot of people that were playing WoW switched over to Final Fantasy XIV, and they got on the server, and they completely broke the economy on the server.
I remember
they were
this.
on. So everything costs a lot of money because they were willing to spend a lot. Very funny.
Okay, let's see here. Here we go.
Anyway, I pay $12.99 USD a month for DDoS attacks.
Yay!
Yay! Which adds up, it's like $18 a month for me, but it's kind of just how much you get out of what you play, really. I don't play every single day, but I have productive sessions when I do, and I'm having fun, so that's what's important to me.
So, if I
get a lot
remember
of
correctly,
content.
Helter Skelter is really good against enemies that can block because it literally pierces their block. And like the scissor enemies that are going to come up, I think, later in this level.
Yes. Well, you can also wait for a specific tell and then instantly kill them.
Yeah, I have to...
Which is very common knowledge, so I don't really have to say much about that. I do love how there's things that have kind of turned into with this game, things that have kind of become common knowledge, but the game does not tell you about any of these things.
Yep, nope.
It's just like, have fun, go figure it out, go...
Yeah, this is I believe this is when we get Lady, we fight the girl, the thing that has Lady in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that's on chapter 3, mission 3.
It's a very good fight.
It's difficult at times. I don't remember being very good against this fight. It's one of those where this is the one, this fight, if I remember correctly, is the reason I focused down on Snatch 2. I focused on, because you want to be able to snatch real quickly. There we go, that's right. I remember that now. Rorbs. And then, by doing that, you unlock these guys. Secret mission. Secret fight, technically.
Get out of my sight! Come on, baby!
There we go. There we go, baby. After Dragon Stone and failed, needs to left. My guess is that DMC is going to whoever's not in the Monster Hunter mines, and now Kimi is going to have a make Okami before they can think of negotiations. Yeah, I think that's part of the deal now. I think that really is the big deal at the moment is, hey, you gotta go make fucking Okami and then make a successful Okami first.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not even go to him. Maybe they will, but...
I thought he was already... What? Oh, yeah, for DMC?
Yeah, I don't know. I worry if they do, based on Bayonetta 3. Because I will say something, whether or not, whole Bayonetta plot in 3 kind of fell apart, but even still, playing the beginning of Bayonetta 1, it's like, this game, the opening section and the plot makes every DMC game look normal. You know? So I do have concerns. I am actually shocked that Platinum still exists. Like, I'm expecting an announcement any month now. They are working on Ninja Gaiden 4, which I'm excited for. I got the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection recently, and I'm gonna try those ones out as well because I'm intrigued by 4. And I was really excited when I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh, this looks really good. And so I messaged a friend who played the whole series, and he's like, oh yeah, that does look like a Ninja Gaiden, a modern Ninja Gaiden. I'm like, oh. Okay, damn. I guess I'll stop being excited then. I don't know. But yeah, that's what Platinum's currently helping with. I think Platinum does their best work when they're helping other games.
I think Platinum does their best work when all of their best talent isn't leaving because of pay-to-win mechanics in video games.
Yeah, Babylon Fall was the start of the end. Honestly, I'm shocked they even lasted that long.
I need you guys to understand how bad it is. Hideki Kamiya dropped his Ultraman baby, his Ultraman baby on its head and abandoned it. Literally the thing that he's been wanting to make for years, and he abandoned it. Okay, the obvious thing to shoot is obvious, chat.
Yes.
Oh, I hope you like knowing... Like, they're prepping by the promise of future games to make them more lucrative. The problem is that, like, for the longest time, Platinum was like, oh, we can't make money if we don't have our own IPs. And then they made their own IPs, and they all crashed and burned. Because the reality is that they don't have the creative writing team. There we go. Focus down this guy.
Where the hell did that guy go? Did he fall back down? Or did you kill him when he was in the air? Because I just saw him, you brought him up, and then I did not see him again. Where did he go?
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh. So this dude is annoying, and you gotta try not to stinger him, because if you stinger him, you knock him back.
The industry's in a weird place right now, but I think there's gonna be a shift for the better pretty soon. We're getting tired, and there are so many games that I'm interested in trying out, but it's like the full price of a game is $89.99 here, or even I've gotten like $94 or $100 starting price on Steam, right? Before tax. And it's like, I can't play, like, I pick the game that I'm going to buy, a full price game that I'm gonna buy every, like, fiscal quarter. Right? Like, every quarter of the year, I'll pick, like, a full-price game that I'm interested in enough to try out, right? Because if you're making these games so expensive, and people... We can't buy them. Yeah. We just can't.
So here's the thing.
You're gonna have review codes and journalists and game reviewers who are gonna buy your games, and no one else.
So here's the thing: they crashed and burned because they have. Well, they also got a significant investment from a firm that was like, "Hey, you guys should do gas games. You guys should make gas games. Have you guys considered gas games?" And so they've been pushing gas games in Platinum for a while. The idea of it, and I think it was like a Chinese investment firm gave them a bunch of money or something. I can't remember which one. Don't ask me. I'm sure maybe Psycho knows. But they got a bunch of investment from a company, and they said, "Don't worry, guys, this won't affect our games." And then suddenly everybody's leaving because I'm pretty sure it affected their games.
Yeah. There's something up there.
Yeah, I know. I gotta remind myself how to get up there. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah, honestly, I think Platinum Games has been treading water their entire existence.
Oh yeah, that's an understatement. Gotta be.
You gotta go from that. Yeah.
Oh right, there's a fight down here or something. There's something down here. I don't remember what it is.
A secret mission.
Oh right, I don't want to do a secret mission right now. I'm not in the mental mood to do a secret mission at the moment.
You're like, yeah, you're lucky I'm playing the game.
Oh, that's right. He can do that. Yeah. And precisely of what I mentioned. So, like, they have nothing. Yeah, they don't really have an established identity outside of, like, oh, here we go. Here's the Helters.
Bayonetta.
Oh, here
because
we go.
mostly, like, their most successful things have been helping other studios.
But Bayonetta
like
is basically owned by Nintendo now.
Yeah. But, like, helping with Nier and now helping with Ninja Gaiden. Right?
Okay,
But they
I
don't
forgot
really
what the tell is here.
Red.
Yeah, that's right. Red eyes or something.
Red gas. I don't know. It's red. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah.
You grab it or hit it then.
There we go. Helter Skelter, baby.
Very conveniently placed Helter Skelter right there.
Why would they put that there?
I believe in higher level or higher difficulties, they're less common. I think they're also shuffled around, maybe? But that might be wrong.
There you are.
We could just... There it is.
There it is. Yep. There, yeah, okay.
I love how the lock-on shows their health. That is such a good touch, and I love that about this series. I really do. Really helps with UI clutter. Like look at the UI. Look at the HUD in this game. It's nothing. It's so nice. It just shows you what you need to show, what you need to see, and then a giant style ranking on the side, which negates my point. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, Capcom was having a hard time in like the 2000s and the 2010s.
There we go.
Before they started doing the
here's the thing.
The Resident Evil remakes
Capcom,
and DMC5 really turned things around for them.
If Capcom can figure out that people don't want gas games anymore and they just want single-player good games, which somehow, you know, RGG has been able to do that for long enough.
What is gas games?
Games as a service.
Oh yeah, live service.
So live service, gas. So because they're gassing it, right? They keep putting gas in the tank to keep it going. So gas, if they can figure out that players just don't want that right now, and they can I don't know, make more good single player games.
Now I wouldn't exactly say that. Players do want it, but they want theirs. They don't want any new ones, and I think that's what like Concord failed and Marvel Rivals succeeded. Because like here's the thing.
So the problem is people want gas. So the problem with gas games is that you can only have so many of them. It's a finite market because every gas game wants to take up all of everyone's time.
That's exactly
people,
it.
So people can only play one gas game at a time. Oh, you want to play every Hoyoverse game at the same time? Go fuck yourself. You're not going to have... if you're a no-lifer, maybe. But if you have a life, you're going to commit to maybe one or two of them. To maybe one.
Exactly.
And the problem with that is MiHoYo cornered the market. Yeah, MiHoYo has cornered the market on gas, along with maybe Marvel Rivals and maybe Overwatch, which, you know, Overwatch...
Wuthering Waves to a lesser extent.
Wuthering Waves has... I have not heard anything from them in a long time, so I don't even know what they're doing anymore. That's...
Well, they're just appealing to people that are still playing, which is not me, but I don't know. It's...
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go, chat. Oh, here, hold on.
FF14 kind of killed my interest in gacha, largely.
Xenoblade 2 killed my interest in gacha.
For a totally different reason.
It's just, oh god, hey, you want to grind for those, like, summoning crystals? Kill yourself.
Yeah. The cool thing about...
How did that truck...
14,
how did she get the truck there?
Yeah, the cool thing about 14 is if you want something cool, you just play the game and you get it.
Love this
Fucking
game.
Crazy, I know.
I love you, Nico. Even if you project your period cramps onto Nero.
But
one of the best streams I've ever had.
I think the problem is where Concord failed and Marvel Rivals succeeded is Marvel Rivals has characters that people know and give a shit about instead of whatever the fuck Concord was doing. So I think that's honestly one of the only reasons, besides Marvel Rivals just being, and I don't play it anymore really, but Marvel Rivals is a quality experience and it has characters that people like, and I think that's the reason why it's succeeding. And one of the only reasons, because people are getting burnt down on this shit. They pick the one that they want, and also because Overwatch, people don't like Overwatch anymore. If Overwatch was still, like, decent, I don't think Rivals would do as well. But yeah, people pick their gas game, and that's it. They don't want to play another one. They don't want to start a new one.
I keep forgetting I can... You know what I keep forgetting? I keep forgetting that I can do...
yeah, that too. The character designs were absolutely awful in Concord. Oh my god.
Improved streak attack. Yeah, let's get that.
Like, learn color theory. Jesus Christ.
Exceed.
You want another Exceed. You want another Exceed so bad.
Get Exceed too.
Yeah.
I don't even use Exceed. I keep
Did
forgetting.
You know that the timing for Exceed is different in DMC4 than DMC5, and also different on PC and console, so I fucked myself up.
Yep.
Because I got used to it on PS4, and now on PC, I can't do Exceeds very well anymore.
There we go. This should be the good. Actually, I think I'm going to use Nico's recommended set. That looks like pretty good.
She's not bad. She knows what she's doing.
It's almost like she knows what boss you're about to fight before you even fight it.
She's clairvoyant.
She's clairvoyant and psychic.
Yeah.
She can tell when she's gonna get her period, so she knows she can put them on projected onto Nero.
It's gonna be another running joke, eh?
Yeah. It's a great dream. Oh, here we go.
That is a really funny dream.
Yeah, there's the territory lines being drawn for our audience that likes games that service an audience that don't want those games now. You know what audience is not gonna want a gas game? The audience of players that like Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
You know what who also isn't gonna like gas? People that like Jet Set Radio. Because these are not games that lend themselves to gas very well.
Yeah, and I think it's just
that's such a cool fucking design.
We're getting tired of it.
This demon. Something different about it.
You know what my favorite implementation of a gas game is?
What?
It's like Baldur's Gate 3, where you pay for a full, entire, complete package, and then they keep adding shit to it for free. That's fun. I like that. Do we get more of that? They're adding like 5 new classes. And crossplay. I think more games should have crossplay.
Hey, don't you need those?
Oh, yep, there we go. Yep.
Wonder if you're gonna be fighting her long enough to get a certain dialogue
Oh,
that
fuck
I
off.
think is kind of neat. Because I'm very normal. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, exactly. Normal game. Sorry, the chat is right next to me on my phone. I miss when like alternate costumes in Resident Evil games and things like that were obtainable through playing the game instead of DLC.
Oh, fuck.
That is something that people have criticized Capcom for, that I do understand, and it's like the DLC and microtransaction part of it, but at the same time, they kind of
I'm remembering the boss. I'm remembering the boss.
They review bombed DD2 for that, for some fucking reason, when it wasn't DD2's fault that there were microtransactions for optional items that make the game easier and go against the game's principal design to make it easier, even though it's not supposed to be easier, but whatever. Itsuno, I'm sure he had nothing to do with the microtransactions in that game.
I mean, the
You
checkpoint
kind of go
system,
against
the
the
fast
design.
travel system in the first game was also like that, if I remember correctly.
Exactly, it's very intentional.
Yeah, so he probably did have a hand in that.
And yeah, sure, if you want to make it easier, then you have to pay.
You shouldn't have to.
No, but that's what the game, that's the design of the game. That's how you're supposed to get
And the
past
problem
that.
is maybe the design is bad.
It's not, it's intentional. And there's a reason for it. He's trying to say something with the game,
Oh, there we go.
right?
There, this is what I was looking
People
for.
were buying it expecting it to be Skyrim fast travel. And the problem with Skyrim fast travel is if you have this giant world and you admitted, oh yeah, it sucks to walk through this shit. Because it's huge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have a little bit more health now. I should be able to do
I will
this.
admit, as difficult as it is, Dragon's Dogma 2, the world, especially if you take advantage of the ox carts, but the world is not actually that tricky. It doesn't take that long to get to key areas compared to Skyrim, where it takes fucking ages and it's boring the whole time. And in a way, while I was expecting DMC but open world and fantasy, and it wasn't exactly that, the combat is kind of like that. There's a lot, it's a lot of like a sandboxy kind of thing where you can kind of like play around with it. I'm not sure what I expected exactly. I just, because Itsuno was behind it, I expected like to have similar combat, and it's not like you're not going to absolutely with ease destroy the enemies, but you more have to kind of play around and treat it as a puzzle, right? But I just mean like the combat is very good. That's kind of what I was expecting, right? And I did get that, but the other systems surprised me a lot. I'm gonna give it a fair shot again, though.
There we go. Okay.
Itsuno came up with the idea for Dragon's Dogma well before getting comfortable with the DMC franchise. Like, it was in 2000 when he pitched it to Capcom, pretty much entirely unchanged from what it ended up being. You know, it was just the budget constraints that kind of hurt things a bit. But yeah, it was pretty much, he had the idea for the online pawns and shit like that in 2000. Which is very impressive to me. I think it was more, I knew that Dragon's Dogma was Itsuno's baby, but I wasn't sure exactly what that meant at the time and what exactly his vision for it was, and it was quite different from what I was expecting overall, with just how the systems work and play off of each other. It is
There we go.
batshit,
Got it.
is what I mean. It's batshit, and it doesn't hold your hand.
Oh, here we. Oh, there
the
she is. Best girl.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. This is why I like having you here. It's otherwise it's a bunch of silence.
Yeah,
if you're not
exactly.
here,
You kind of have to lock in.
I
with a
have
lot
to
of
lock
these
in. He
fights.
wanted to
Yeah.
transform to form more immersive D&D game. Lady. Oh, and here comes Nico again. Nico's gonna have a funny moment.
Yeah.
Look at the goo on. Look at those goo physics in the RE engine. No
Yeah.
nipples.
It's
No.
Lady.
You know her?
From my gunsmith days.
What?
Can't believe you do this to Kyrie. I'm gonna have to tell her, man.
It's so funny.
Nico's such a dick.
Because she's
such
she's
a, like,
completely wrong, right? But
she's
it's
like the
of course she would.
She is just
Hey,
the
fix
like
it up.
what is the term?
Don't do anything else.
The perfect foil to Nero's character. The perfect foil to like ruin Nero as a character. Like Nero's this cocky asshole, cocky like punkish guy, and then there's this girl who can just get him to be like, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's perfect. I love their like
Hey,
sibling
let's
dynamic that they
go.
have, and I love that the characters, both her and V, add to Nero's character and help him like be more fleshed out and grow more, which is why I like his portrayal in 5 more than in 4.
I think I have
Because
enough for one more
They
mission.
add to him, right? Like someone to bounce off of.
Wait, is this the one where we start playing as V? Or
Yeah.
oh, this is the V mission. I don't have
This
enough.
is why I don't replay this game as much as you'd think I would.
No, you see, here's the problem. I don't have enough red orbs to. I think this is where we'll stop.
Yeah.
2.5 hours or so, and I can go do some grinding off stream to get some more orbs.
Yeah, this was
That
a
way-
pretty chill stream.
That way I can. We're on. We beat 4. What is it?
There's 3
This is,
missions in the
mission
prologue,
4?
so
Mission 5, right? Or
it was
or
like the 5th mission.
we're on 4 mission. So mission 4. So
I really respect what they did with V in this game and how they wanted to switch things up.
Okay,
it's really
so-
cool in concept, but there's a disconnect that I just don't think suits.
you always need to
DMC.
get blue orbs.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I'm noticing a pattern, and this is the same pattern I noticed the last time I played this. It's I forget what I'm doing in the first time I fight it, and I die, and then I come back in. Suddenly, I'm locked in, and I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing, and it's like,
Muscle
oh, yeah,
memory.
okay, just crush him. Second time.
Yeah. I mean, you got close with Goliath.
I think this game went 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I think it went 4 steps
think-
forward and 1 step back.
That's what I would say. I would say 4. Yeah. Where
4
there's,
steps
like,
forward,
So much
and the
good.
1 step
And
back
V,
is yeah.
the nice thing though, Psycho, is I would say they purposely knew that V was different enough where he only has, I want to say 2 or 3 missions where you have to play as him, and then other missions where you can choose to play as him. So
Okay.
if you don't want to play as him very much, you don't have to. But if you want to play with him more, you can. You have the option, but they give you the option, and he doesn't overstay his welcome.
Depends on what you
That
get out
doesn't
of
mean
this,
I like
honestly.
playing as him, but yeah.
I'll tell you what I get out
they
of playing
handled
this.
it quite well.
I'll tell
I
you
would
exactly
say.
what I get out of playing this. I get to play as Nero, who I like more than I like Dante. See,
Yeah.
here's the thing about Dante that hurts with that makes Nero more fun. Dante doesn't have snatch.
Now-
Snatch is actually the thing that makes Nero such a good character. Yeah, Nero doesn't have all the weapons that Dante gets. He doesn't get all the style
Health
switching,
is lower.
but he can stop he can stop his enemies from being shot backwards and out of range for your next attack because you can just pull them back in, which is something that honestly makes Nero such a it's such a tiny, but that's what you get out of this. What I get out of this is more Nero. And for what I get from this is, in that regard, Nero is fucking great. I fucking love Nero.
Nero is meant to be easier to pick up and get than Dante.
I think
That was his entire point, because in three's Dante is really hard to play.
I also
right?
think that as far
So
as
they went, oh shit, we
we're
need
not
to
gonna-
make things a little bit more accessible.
we're not
right.
gonna, I'm not gonna spoil anything because we don't want to spoil anything. But I also think that as far as the story goes, I think this is as satisfactory of a conclusion as you can get for one character's story as you can possibly get. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's and also it's like a really satisfying climax to another character's story. I think this game, Devil May Cry 4 was not the torch passing, as I have said. Devil May Cry 4 was that, hey, shout out this new character. Okay, you can play as Dante again. This new character, he's going to be the next guy.
Shoehorned in as fuck, though.
He's going to be the next guy. Please enjoy him. Please like him. Please, please, please like this character. And then they come back and they go, oh, hey, so about, that remake, huh? Yeah, anyway, do you guys like Nero? And everyone goes,
and now
yeah,
it's
we missed Nero. Please bring back
We
Nero.
always liked him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so then
They didn't.
And this game is the formal torch pass for Nero as a character.
I don't think 4 being the torch pass would have worked. He wasn't ready.
You can't torch pass on the first introduction of a character. You just can't.
He wasn't ready.
You have to have a time and so it's also like one of the problems with the torch pass, and this goes back to like The Last of Us. One of the problems with the torch pass is you shouldn't kill the character that's passing the torch.
No.
It's bad storytelling to kill the character immediately after they try to pass, as they are passing the torch to the other character. Because that is a slap in the face to the people who like the character who is handing the torch off, and now characters feel spiteful. Now, The Last of Us 2, for everything it does wrong and everything I don't like about it, the thing, I'm not arguing the games, I think I like it's how it's executed. I don't think this is the best game in the series. I think Devil May Cry 5 is the best, or Devil May Cry 3 is probably still the best game in the series. And that's kind of agreed upon in the fandom. I don't think anybody is sitting here. I think this is the second best game in the series, behind Devil May Cry 3. So I think the order is Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition for the Switch specifically. That one specifically.
Kind of breaks it a little bit, though.
Yeah. Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Devil May Cry 1, and then Devil May Cry
5 Special Edition. Which I guess that's just wrapped into the PC version now, so it's not a big deal.
Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Devil May Cry 1, and then Devil May Cry 2, and we are not factoring the remakes into this at all.
No.
They don't get put into the list because they're
it's
not
really hard
mainline
to
games. They're not
place them.
canon. They're not
I don't
canon.
know I don't know if I dislike it more than 2. It's really tough to say. But 4, I like, obviously I'm biased towards the games that have Nero in them, but 4 is a really good 5-hour game with 5 extra hours on top of it that are not good.
It's a very good game with
The first half of that game is really good, and the second half
it's a really good game with
not.
extremely frustrating character design or level design in certain areas, and extremely frustrating
shoehorned in Dante.
shoehorned in dice segments.
Yeah,
which are literally just there to be like, hey, do you guys mind if we waste your time for a while?
Dante
do you guys know
fighting
the secret?
enemies that were made specifically for Nero to fight, and it takes so long to fight because he doesn't have the snatch.
Doesn't have snatch. His Nero's enemies are specifically built with the expectation that you have snatch, and that's what makes this game better with Dante, because you get to fight enemies that are meant to be fought with Dante.
Levels.
It has actual levels, and you get to actually fight characters that were built to be fought with Dante.
And I honestly think New Game Plus Nero is one of my favorite combat like characters to play in general, not just because of my bias towards him, but he's just so fun to play.
Oh yeah, well we're not gonna
Specifically
go
New
too
Game
far
Plus,
into that.
but
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
I wonder. Well, let's not talk about why that is.
It's just but
No.
it's
I think that I still love Devil. I think the thing that really rockets Devil May Cry 5 up as high as it does is just the excitement of it. Because for a decade prior, for so many people, for almost a decade before this game released, not a decade, but several years before this game released, the franchise was basically considered dead, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knew what they were doing. Like, everyone was like, oh yeah, this game just doesn't, this franchise is dead. You know, the remakes, it killed any chance of this game series coming back.
I mean, they got DMC4 SE, but that probably didn't make anyone feel much better.
They had the attempt at the rebrand, the attempt at it, the Western version that crashed and burned super fucking hard. Sniper rifle abortion, right?
Yeah, that's what Virgil would do.
Fedora Virgil.
What do you mean Dante wouldn't like cuss out somebody and tell them that their children should die? What do you mean that's not Dante?
Dante is not
that's
gay
what
cowboy.
Dante's been this whole time.
Dante is not gay cowboy. Dante is emo loser.
Emo edgelord.
Dante
loser,
is a gay cowboy. That's what he's always been. He's been silly gay cowboy. This game was the Dragon Ball Super to Evolution with DMC. Yeah. So here's the thing. I feel like the excitement and hype of this game was the reaction that people have been having to Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima. If you know what I'm talking about. Super Saiyan 4 Goku has been canonized in Dragon Ball Daima, and the response from that is the biggest amount of hype and excitement ever. And that's just like, it's like, you know, what's his name? The creator of Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama coming, like, you see it, you just see that one picture of Goku in the heavens with the halo, you know, turning around and waving and giving the thumbs up to you. That's Toriyama in the heaven with the halo giving, hey guys, here you go. Here's the thing you've all wanted. Super Saiyan 4 Goku has been canonized. Here you go. My final gift to you, right? This is my last gift. And because he was involved in the writing for Daima, if I remember correctly, if I'm correct. So it's like, it's okay, this franchise might as well be dead to us. Oh shit. Wait, what do you mean? Back. Oh my god, that says Devil May Cry. Holy fucking shit.
Holy shit.
Itsuno comes on stage and he goes, Devil May Cry is back.
Exactly. It was so good.
Here, let me show something. I think I have a video that I can show that can really summarize the hype, because we're done here, right, chat?
Yeah.
We're done.
I think
I'm gonna
there are people that's favorite DMC is 3, and then people whose favorite DMC is 5. And while mine is 5, both people are right. Like, I understand both views.
Here, let me find.
You know, you said your favorite is 3, and I'm not going to tell you, oh, you're wrong, because you're not.
My favorite is 5.
Oh, your favorite is 5? You said 3 is.
3 is the best. My favorite is 5.
I think 3 has a slightly, how do I put it? The story is stronger because it's more self-contained, whereas 5 is more self-referential. 5 is the most self-referential story in the series, right? So you kind of need that, whereas you can start with 3, you should start with 3, and it's a complete experience, whereas 5 you kind of need to have more context. That is my one complaint. Also V, but that's a personal preference thing more than this is a bad part of the game.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm going to share this with you in a second, Hallie, don't worry. This is a series of these creators. This is Pat, Wooly, and
Michael, that is a very
Matt,
good way of putting it.
The Fortified Wine to Fives cocktail.
Lovely, yes.
Here, this is the original reaction. This is Pat. Well, I'm gonna move this over.
I have seen this, but
this is the video I go back to year after year whenever I want to feel hyped up. Sometimes I'm feeling down and I feel sad and I need to pick me up. And there's two things that I will do. I will either watch this video or I will go watch Etika's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate reaction.
There's just something I've seen. There's a couple more that I would throw in there, but it's so fun to just see people get so excited about these announcements. It's contagious. Yeah. This is
it for me, right? This is I have to turn it down. So, yep, they're all just like, what is this?
And it's so obvious to me now, like, yeah, this is obviously DMC5, but no one knew. Yeah.
We've known each other a long time.
So you have Pat, William. Like, what is this? What is this? Who is this, huh? They're just
It
looking
doesn't
at
look
this.
anything like DMC, right?
Yeah, at the moment.
This looks like a very Japanese game.
Looks like a very, yeah.
You gonna make it through this?
Capcom.
And they cut off
Look at that
Dante.
face. Look at these faces. Look at
They
them going, oh
specifically
shit.
cut off the line when he says Dante, because in the game he says Dante.
Yeah.
But they specifically cut it off.
Yep. So look at this.
Okay.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's near.
Redgrave. That's it.
Redgrave?
Redgrave?
Redgrave.
That is what Devil May Cry 5 is to so many
Yes.
people. That sound
100%.
is what Devil May Cry 5 is to so many people.
I wish I could have been there, but it wasn't my time.
These three faces are what Devil May Cry 5 was for everybody.
Yes.
Like,
And even the people that weren't fans were like, holy shit. Because it's just such a big deal.
so here, let's see.
Nero!
Nero,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, it takes people, sometimes it takes people a second to go, oh, that's Nero, because he looks different.
Yeah, they're like, stop making noises. The excitement, just everything that is in this video.
Yeah.
So Wooly,
And then it
if you
was
guys,
that good.
Wooly loves Nero. He loves Snatch so much. It's like literally his favorite thing about it. Whenever Pat and Wooly will do a Devil May Cry 4 or 5 playthrough, Wooly will play Nero, Pat will play Dante. That's just what they do, right?
He's
Yeah.
real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm to kick demon ass.
Oh yeah, and then they play this part again.
An arm to kick demon ass.
I think it was a skip. I think it was on the broadcast.
Yeah. Just
Oh, you could probably do
everybody's
some
face.
stupid things with the time one.
Just getting right to the point, huh?
The music just playing right there, right? I think they say like, what is this
And they
music?
don't even show Dante until the end, which is so good.
Every dime, you know it.
I like how every single section of this trailer is like in either a cutscene or a playable thing you can actually do. None of it is exaggerated.
Yeah, everything you can do. This is.
You can do it all.
Oh, here we go. Look.
Yeah.
It's also just the mystery of what the fuck is happening in the trailer. Because he's like, wait,
Exactly.
Kyrie? It was Dante that needed to be right.
That's a good logo.
God damn it, yes.
Okay, that's it's. Oh wait, there's Dante.
Go back in.
It's Dante on a motorcycle again.
Are
That
you
was Dante, yeah. Nero!
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Nero!
Tsuno's coming out!
Shit.
It's Tsuno is here. Here he is. It's Tsuno.
God damn it,
So
Snatch
good.
is so fun.
Wait a second. If his arm is gone,
Yo, you he's changing shit up.
no. If his arm is gone,
No,
and,
he had a grappling
and
hook.
no, and his old arm is gone.
Yeah.
Is that not Virgil just walking around?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much. DMC
Is back. Yeah. It's just the.
Allowed to talk about this.
That is, this is coming off the reboot that sucks shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the important part.
It's literally coming off of a reboot that sucks so bad everyone thought it killed Devil May Cry forever. Everyone thought, oh fuck, we're just never getting another one. It killed. And I think they did good with Dante. I think Dante was fun as good character. I think he came in as, I think they like established, like we're going to find out about Dante later in the game, right? We're going to see it. But I just want to like, let's just, right?
It's been 10 years.
10 years.
It's been dead as long as Street Fighter died.
It's been dead as long as Street Fighter.
Oh! Loud and clear that we hear you. Devil May Cry. And
Was Nero modeled after this dude?
Exactly.
Yo, they just bought fucking Tamim.
Since then, they
Oh yeah,
both
they
left
just
Capcom.
bought Tamim. That's right. They bought them.
Whatever, y'all suck.
Y'all suck.
We set our sights on creating something that was going to have world-class
Yeah,
visuals.
since
World-class
then,
visual,
both
yep.
Scan
left
fully
Capcom.
costumed models for all of our
Shots
main
fucking
characters.
fired.
And with the power of Xbox One X, we're able to render them as
And
realistic as
also,
possible.
it is
Now, while visuals are
multi-plat
really important,
too.
the controls need to remain tight and
logo,
responsive
splash
as well.
screen.
Show us
we've
how the
gathered
loads.
the best minds at Capcom to ensure
There
that
he
we
is
can
on the
still
left.
deliver that amazing gameplay that Devil May Cry is known for. And we
Who's that
think
on the right?
that we
Kyrie.
made something that feels better than any
If you're gonna
action
actually
game
show some
we've
gameplay,
ever
that would be
created.
sick.
Yes.
When he said
Yeah.
Kyrie, the cloaked figure turned.
全てのファンの
And he still got the fucking yes.
That's the sickest logo in the world, by the way. If I didn't say it already.
I love that he's just out here in a random track like athlete shirt.
I don't know what you're saying.
Ichizo-san says that he is convinced that this is the best game that he's ever made because he made it for you.
The fans. He made it for you, the fans. Like it's the thing that makes Devil May Cry 5 what it is the hype and the excitement of this franchise that everybody thought was dead coming back and being, either way, 5 is all right, but too much a cocktail for me. Yeah, I don't think it's the best. Like I said, I think it's the second best game in the series. And a lot of that is riding on, and a lot of that is literally just the excitement and the hype of this game actually coming back, right? And the thing that makes it above Devil May Cry 4 is Devil May Cry 4 didn't have good Dante levels.
It's not a finished game.
It's not a finished
But I will
game.
say, reflecting on this, Hideaki Itsuno puts everything he has into every game that he's assigned, but 2 and 4 were unfortunate circumstances outside of his control.
He had, I think it's a well-known story, but by the time Hideaki Itsuno had entered the development for Devil May Cry 2, the most thing they had was the stinger animation.
Really bad stinger animation.
That's
and that's
all
it.
they
He
had
6
available
months.
at the moment. And Hideaki Itsuno had like 4 to 5 months till release.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, well, fucking scramble together.
yeah,
Here's what we're
that's
going to do,
insane
guys.
that he
We're going to scramble
made
together
it
as much
playable.
as we can and make up for it in 3. And that's why 3 has been considered so... Like, 3 also comes off of the literal worst game in the franchise.
Yeah, I think 3 exists because Itsuno didn't want to be known as the guy who made DMC2.
Yeah, that's
because
a
he wasn't.
well-known... That's a well-thought-about, like, thought.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right? Like, 3 exists... And 3, as a result, is probably the best game in the franchise. Specifically... The best game if you consider the Switch version, which has style switching.
Yeah.
I don't like the first release. I'm not a fan of it. The Switch version, I love. The thing is, though, that like Devil May Cry 4 relied too much on weird puzzles, which is also something Devil May Cry 3 had. Let's not kid ourselves. But also the puzzles were like way worse, and obviously just there to like Like, Devil May Cry 3 felt like it was still paying homage to its Resident Evil roots.
Yes.
And Devil May Cry 4 felt like it was trying to incorporate action into the puzzles. But the problem is that the puzzles in DMC4 were literally just spin blade thingy. But puzzles were a part of the game's formula at that. But yeah, exactly. It was paying homage to its roots. It's part of the game's formula. And by DMC5, depending on what you think, like Devil May Cry 4, the puzzles I just don't think were very good.
No.
A lot of the puzzles relied on, hey, do you like hitting dice? Do you like hitting tops? Do you like doing X, Y, or Z?
Grappling through a spike pit and falling over and over and over and over and over again?
It was Okay, it was not an homage. It was an exploration of the game. Fair enough. Okay, I'll give you that. Exploration of the game. It did it better than Devil May Cry 4 did. That's what I'm trying to say. It did puzzles better. Now, granted, if you guys have gone back and watched my Devil May Cry 3 playthrough, I struggled with some. I'm not good at puzzles. Some of that shit's confusing.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
But I think
and some of the enemies are annoying, whereas 5, I don't think any of the enemies are annoying for the first time in the series. It's not
I don't think there's any truly insufferable enemy in the game.
Whereas 3 had quite a few of those.
I don't think there's any truly insufferable enemy in Devil May Cry 5.
But
3 had
5
some
doesn't
characters.
have puzzles, and no one missed them.
I think that what Devil May Cry 5 is to me is everything that Devil May Cry 4 should have been in
Yes.
gameplay. In
100%.
gameplay, in level, and the exploration of the characters and their abilities. I think it is just...
Ontario's calling me.
I'm sorry?
Bye, Ontario. Oh, Ontario was calling me.
Oh.
And I probably, like...
All right.
My parked car has a ticket or something, I'm sure. Scam. Anyway.
In any case, okay. Like, I think that gets enough of our thoughts out there. This game is also, like, this is a game I'm going to want to stream with other people and another person, because I am not, you're not going to get much out of me in terms of conversation, because it's very hard to talk when you're trying to max act all over the place. So, Hallie, if there's another day you can join and we can continue this, let's try and figure that out.
I mean, I'm pretty free for the next 2 weeks or so, and then
we'll figure it out then. Because I know I'm free on Friday. I have no work on Friday.
Yeah, the beginning of April is a little bit funny for me, but I will let you know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, that should do it for today. With that said, everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Hallie, thanks for joining. Tell me what your YouTube tag is in our messages, so I can tag you in the VOD when I upload it tomorrow.
Okay.
That way, you know, you get
I don't
credit.
know which one I should tag, but
whichever one I can get both if I need to.
Okay.
With that said, everybody, thank you for joining. Take care. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. And I will see you all maybe tomorrow. I was thinking about streaming tomorrow. We'll see. I don't have work until Wednesday, so we'll see. Take care. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.